so that he could have gotten
if he
that.
hadn't gotten that anyway.
So close.
No, we're gonna focus on this match because
it's time
we have
to
some
revisit.
To revisit.
Yeah,
we do.
Emily, you made some claims at the start of this, but we all did.
Mine's not looking good. So basically, I said that by the end of the split, Kuhi and Hambach would be the best jungle support duo in the LCS. And thus far, unfortunately, the only ammo I have for this is that missing ping episode they did.
the blind clear of the jungle.
Raz is handing me a thing that says Dunk Emily.
Dunk Emily. Reminder that whoever does have the least correct take gets a dunk.
Look, it was, I'm going to say, it was so bad that I did say I'll just throw in the towel and like do the ice bucket at the beginning of the week. But Raz said no. He's like, you need to ride it out until the end of the split.
Who knows?
Something miraculous.
All right.
Yes.
I think we're good.
Just completely take over the next couple. I feel like I'm suspicious of Sentinels constantly, always like starting the split poorly.
Yo, what up, EJ Gab? How's it going?
They could change.
Something beautiful can happen.
Absolutely.
True.
So this was one of the hot takes. We all made hot takes. I think it's a good time to remind everybody. Raz, what was your hot take? Let's take Raz's next. I want to see Raz's take.
Unfortunately for me, Raz is taking
Yo,
really
Rob's in the chat. What's up, Rob?
Good, guys. Core JJ will be
Just waiting for you to get here. I know that LAX traffic sucks. What up, Sleeping Snipes? How's it going? I'm just keeping the seat warm for Rob while he's rushing over here from the airport.
Wait, how close is Core? How close is Core right now to the assist mountain? So we got.
What up, Blake?
65, now tied. He's got a little over 100 to go.
First of all, who the hell cares about history? I care about this split. And second of all, he's got long legs.
Yeah.
He can jump up that mountain.
True. That's a good point.
He's got shoujo legs.
Clamp legs.
My take was, of course.
So how's everybody doing?
About player performance, and it was if Griffin,
and you
Yeah, well, I mean, it's LAX, bro. Like, traffic out of there always sucks.
behind the scenes in the
You can't wait till they get the train set up.
Kangas was trying to bribe Griffin.
It'll make life so much easier.
Let me know.
He would pay for it.
We'll smooth it out.
And look.
Give you a percent? 100% you should watch this, dude. Why wouldn't you? What else are you doing on a Sunday?
No, he will not be able to fit this.
Listen, I got a pizza on the way. Like, I'm ready to just hang out, enjoy the game. It's going to be great.
The point that we're making to bring these back up is that the support jungle has been struggling a little bit. Specifically, in my mind, is that one comms listening that we had when he's specifically saying, don't go in, nobody engage, nobody engage. And Emily, what is Hambach doing?
Sorry to hear that, Snipes. That's a bummer, bro. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. It's all right. We'll get through it.
So I mean, it's always interesting to catch up with Uhi because he's
We'll get through it.
about how he approaches the game, and I do think
he's in that mental
But that's in the past. Today we got League of Legends. All right.
It's okay if
So let's enjoy this game.
But yeah.
All right, it's time to talk predictions though for this match.
Okay, I'm the only one giving Sentinels a game.
Ooh, LYON across the board. Me and Raz agree 2-0. Emily 2-1. How does Sentinels win a game?
I feel like Sentinels always has that like small weird it factor where like one team fight can go well and they can take a game. I still think said game would look in LYON's favor.
All right, Rob's 3 blocks away. Let's see if he beats the pizza.
For a potential like, okay, they have a really good composition. They get the the mid to late game team.
Yeah, I hear you, Snipes. Yeah. But I mean, that's the nature of the world we live in, right? You're a public figure. People are gonna talk shit.
Has a weird bark to him, but he bites.
It's a bark that you don't trust. You're like, oh, I don't like this.
But they'll be all right. They're a resilient crew. They're good guys.
But I don't trust you. So they will. I feel like yes, LYON will get bit once or twice. This is a team that is quite scary.
Yep. Also important to note that for LYON, it is still another week now with Armeo.
Is that a recent support in the mix?
Continue undefeated for Armeo on LYON, going undefeated into Mexico or can Sentinels give them some trouble? Let's throw it over to the casters to find out.
Thank you. Here for LYON.
There's a reason I don't stream my games. Because the amount of hate I'd get? Damn, bro. I'm not that strong.
I have a hot take. Sentinels will beat LYON today. Why? Because that is a hot take. Their time without Inspired has gotten too large. So they were just, you know, like when a player stops playing solo queue, they're good for a while until the skills deteriorate. The inspired leadership, they've been benefiting from it all this time. And I think the time has run out.
Is expired now. That's
Thanks, Lycan.
They're in
That's
decay.
very funny. It's like, you know, the bachelor gets left at home, you come back,
And then
you're just eating dry chicken, nothing on it.
I can't name any names, but I have heard from multiple different teams across the last few weeks about having days off in the middle of the week because, well, LYON canceled scrims on us. So I feel like either, I mean, the more likely is they are trying to take it easy while Inspired is gone.
All
or they're
right.
So mental boomed.
Oh.
Shout out to Uber Eats. They're bringing my pizza right now.
That they're having.
I mean, Saint did have food poisoning last week. That might have been the cancel. But I
Yeah,
heard one
yeah.
this week too. So you
Okay,
never know.
okay. I ran into our Mayo before the game started, and I was like, "Bro, I heard they fired Inspired. You're gonna be starting jungling for a LYON because you're just winning too much." He's like, "No, I refuse. I am retired." And
I'm going back to school.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "They can't make me." So, and our Mayo's back for another week. We assume this is the last week. I've heard
Dude,
that
it was crazy.
but we will find out.
I was talking about this on Mind the Gap, and I was looking at the global contract database, and at the time it was like the 10th, and it said a contract expired on
What are you guys
Monday,
eating
and
today?
it's done. And then right after I posted the episode,
I've got a pepperoni pizza coming from Beach Pizza,
Like, he's in. That's how I got my update that Inspired wasn't coming back.
but I need some inspiration for future watch parties.
Got let go at the same time. You forgot to see that in the global database. Our Mayo, the undefeated king of the LCS, 6-0 so far. In his time subbing in for a LYON, you know, we're joking, but also it is very impressive.
He's been solid.
And you know, it's easy to say in retrospect, oh yeah, well, LYON's laners are so good, they're just gonna win anyway. But none of us really, except for Kobe, thought that they were actually gonna finish first in the regular season.
Correct.
Because we made our predictions based on Inspired being away. A lot of us thought there would
Damn,
be
nobody's down for the food talk? Shit.
Burnt out, and that they would struggle, but they have not lost a single game, let alone a series.
That's the crazier part to me is the fact that they are actually undefeated. But if you look closely at those games, there were some close.
Rob's on his way. He said he was 3 blocks away like a few minutes ago, so he should be here.
An LCS level jungler. It's not like they took a high diamond player, threw him into LYON, and it was totally
Yo, dude,
fine.
frozen pizza ain't so bad. Those Costco French bread pizzas, throw that in an air fryer.
Fine, sometimes very good. So
That shit gets the job done.
Fun little finish to his LCS career.
Burritos rip.
This is his last
I definitely
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I should have
it is, and he's
gotten a
able
burrito.
to
I didn't get a
chop
burrito
on
this weekend.
Potato. That is just really cool, right?
It
Like
would
that's
be.
a really cool story to be able to tell. Yeah, I still got it.
Big
Got
fan
it
of
that one
breakfast
time.
burritos.
It was a little bit too easy, so decided to go back to school.
Not a challenge
Yeah, it
anymore.
wasn't really a challenge, so it's just gonna be take.
Yeah, I mean, Beach Pizza's alright. It's nothing amazing. Like, if you're out here, you want to go to something like Prime Pizza or Quarter Sheets, you know, one of the nicer places. But Beach Pizza gets the job done. It's like the best mid-tier, you know. Dude, breakfast burritos are the best, man. Breakfast burrito from a taco truck is the best shit on the planet.
Yeah, Olaf has just become so popular. MSI obviously it was coming out as kind of a niche counter pick. Then people. Are like,
Yeah,
"That's
it
a
is.
good one."
It is hard to mess up
And then it
pizzas.
has gotten to the point now it's just a blind pick. I'm expecting Jax and Vayne probably be the two bans that they would be looking for potentially here as kind of those protection bans for the Olaf, but
You're not buying into impact.
All right, I don't know much about League of Legends, boys. You guys know that. How are we feeling about these picks so far? Tell me how I'm supposed to feel about this.
Can't immune the wall, you know.
Gotta run around it.
You gotta run around it. So I can see it, but I feel like Anivia is going to struggle, you know, to actually put a lot of pressure on. And then you do have to be able to play, you know, with an additional mage and with one less kind of bruiser or frontliner, which is sometimes I think the thing that teams struggle with more than it is like the piling of champions. Play differently in team fights.
Interesting. So
Olaf's big in Korea. All right.
If Impact wants to play Vayne, one of the preferred counter picks, or the Kled, he's going to be able to.
And I guess
saw
maybe
you
they're just saying it's
talking about the
impact,
Kled
right?
matchup yesterday,
Lovely.
which is,
Love to hear that.
I think the more Olaf plays against it, the slightly better it becomes for the Olaf, assuming like a Kled one trick was what was piloting it. But Impact's not a known Kled player, so it could be pretty difficult.
And he's not a known Vayne player either, right?
I know
it's more of
Cassiopeia,
a nod towards
because I played
the player,
Cass
like,
in
you do play Jax, you do play
when I
Rogue.
was playing League for a little
I don't
bit.
believe you're gonna play Kled. I don't believe you're gonna play Vayne. So we'll
That's
just leave
really the
those
only
open.
champ I played.
He did play Varus top, which
And it
was
didn't
a
go well.
disaster game that ended in a win. If you do remember, where he just Shane died on repeat 100 times and then won the game. So There is always the possibility that he could go towards a ranged top laner, but when you think of impact, you definitely...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is like, having a champ dominate LCK is one thing, but, you know, we're in NA. Like, we're nowhere near as good as them, so, like, I feel like there's way more mistakes that are going to be made, so maybe it won't be as dominant, but you never know.
Now we're going to find out, what does impact take?
I bet he just takes, like, Renekton or something.
It's the Anivia
something
He's doing the Anivia.
But it could be going mid, because Anivia is also good in
Dark Wings
Casio.
is a really good Anivia.
I'm just thinking it's the most boring possible pick, so it is Renekton.
And they'll still have the team fight Anivia wall tech if they just let Dark Wings play it.
But it could be. It could be the impact.
Oh, I think I hear somebody here. I think Rob's in the office. I can stop being uncomfortable on camera.
Does just go the most standard thing and then just kind of plays towards the matchup, but it is going to be the Kled, so very exciting. Going to be seeing the Impact Kled. I am a little bit dubious on if Impact plays crazy enough to really make Kled work, because Kled is a champion that you have to fight your way out of every difficult situation. It is not a champion that plays well from behind. It is not a champion with utility. You have to fight. You have to see the all-in angles, and that's kind of how this champion works.
5 career games on the Kled for Impact on stage. So more than I would have actually expected.
All right, let's show a little faith.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
We got to believe, right?
Of your games, every time you win worlds.
There you go.
That's
true.
That would be true. If all you ever do
Somebody's
is
here.
Consistent center games, you always win worlds.
If in every series.
Correct. You can never fall below it.
Because if you start in planes, you could win all your games and then just, you know, lose really quickly in the group stage. You still have 60% win rate.
Yeah. But
if you win 60% of the games in every series,
then you win worlds.
Yes. There you go. So that's there you have it.
We found
officially a Kled worthy of winning worlds. Exactly. Based on the stats, we have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that Impact is a world's winning Kled.
But I think beyond,
unless he loses in that case.
Beyond his 60, then he's back to 50%. And that's, you know, crash.
Yeah.
Beyond having to play super aggressive, you really just have to know all your limits. I liked your skill point check when you're not skilling up the W in lane, holding it, so when you dismount, you can instantly remount.
It is a really, really big deal in a lot of aggressive Kled matchups. Is, you know, if you didn't listen to me talk about it yesterday, Kled is one of the only champions that you don't want to instantly skill your second skill point because the W.
That's what I like to hear, true soccer hater. True soccer hater, true Sen believer.
You get a ton of attack speed, like 100, 150% or something like that.
Yeah.
And it allows you to remount really, really quickly. But if you just skill it instantly, it is very unlikely that you have it perfectly come up as you dismount. So what people do is they hold the skill point right when you dismount, you level up the W.
Rob should be here in a minute. I think he's in the office. Probably just grabbing drinks and stuff, putting his stuff away. He'll be here shortly. Oh, speak of the devil.
Yeah. So, I've just heard.
Here we go. All right.
In time.
I'll catch you guys later.
Pause to like, let me get set.
I think more so Berserker. So, Berserker's the one who paused the game, and then if someone goes.
Oh my goodness! Wait, what's happening?
So.
They're standing up. Wait, they're leaving.
I like the shrug to the camera.
Wait, what just happened?
Where's everybody going? It's okay as long as we don't start the one at a time.
Can you grab me a watermelon Red Bull?
No one at a time.
I think this is
Thank you, Alex.
spirit of the rule violation by Berserker. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What a crazy last 8 days of pain as a Sentinels fan. Ever since we won map 1 against Crew, everything's gone to hell. We like threw against Shopify, we got rolled by Crew, we got rolled by Envy. We need something to go right.
I'm not going down that route. I'm not doing bathroom stats here, Jet. That can be
Sea Dusk, welcome to the stream. Dalius Kababius. Yeah, the funny thing is LYON is missing their best player and hasn't lost a map in the 3 games he has not played.
Yeah, Saint's asking where his teammates are.
How many people left?
Well, we'll see how long it takes.
Like half the people like stood up. They heard I was.
They gotta split up.
They were waiting for me to get here.
We gotta split up. You know, we gotta go to different bathrooms. Yeah. Can't be forming a queue in one.
They were waiting for me to get here. Thank you, Alex.
Did any junglers go? Because otherwise the pathing might not be.
Armeo was gone right away.
All right, so we have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Sure, he's gonna know where to go.
All right.
He's gonna know where to go. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
What happened map 1 on G2 Furia?
I know there's 2 by the kitchen.
AD carries though. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
If someone isn't shot calling for the AD carry, they could go to
Any Marvel Rivals updates? They are in the process of a little bit of a roster rebuild. I think by next week they'll have the roster locked.
Yeah, the build order was bad today for sure.
Terrible.
Should have had the bathroom break pre-tech check.
What is going on here?
They do have a bathroom break. Like, they walked into the room like 10 minutes ago. There's no way in the 10 minutes after walking into the room, he's like, actually, now it's happening. Now I need. It's just,
What? Now they're making fun of him.
It is funny, but I will also say, when I competed, I always had to go.
Yes, I did talk to Tarek before I left.
It's a classic nervous thing.
And he definitely got to a place where he just wasn't having fun anymore and just needed to take a break and get a reset. So we will figure out a plan with him to how to go forward and make sure that Tarek's still part of our lives, but just in a different way.
Where's jungle clear?
All right, let's
It's gonna be a slow jungle clear.
Slow clear.
let's get a little tweet out here. Let's see what happens.
It's rather slow.
Paradisus paradoxum.
Right. Old guys went bathroom. I don't know why. They can't control bladder. That's the team chatting game. From Saint Club.
So production has done the VOD review. It wasn't last week, but it was
So
week
G2
two.
won map 1
And
is what you're
Berserker
saying?
called for the emergency.
I'm on
I think there
S10.
should be
You know what? I've had better weeks, but let's hope that like think about what happened this week.
Red card or what?
And you're not allowed
We
enough
could have
of them.
beat
I mean,
Crew and made second place and made
yeah,
playoffs.
second one, it's a fine.
We should have beat Shopify in League of
And the
Legends.
second one should be a fine.
Next one, Jack.
Tarek retired from watch
Beat yourself on
parties.
stage.
No, I just think it's a fine. I mean, okay.
Envy, we lost
He's gonna
0-2.
go before final tech check.
And now we're playing the first place team in League of
Pay
Legends.
up.
Armeo doesn't
Fine,
care.
we talking,
This
you
is
know?
Armeo's first yellow card. He's never coming back.
Uh,
So he's going to hold this up for 10 minutes. He doesn't.
Yeah. He can take as long as he wants.
yeah, we have to figure out a new watch party plan. That's what we have to figure out.
Here to replace him. Inspired's still not here.
It's like Zazel when Zazel came back, you know, and the Shopify GM was saying, yeah, you know, everyone's playing for their spot. They gotta be performing. He's like, I'm not. I'm retired. I'm gonna leave. They can't do anything to me.
They have to prove to me they want to be here. Except for this guy. Like,
Yeah.
we're really happy he's here.
He's like, I don't want to be here. What do you mean?
We needed him. Armeo, my guy.
All right.
He's not even the one that paused. So perhaps, okay, if Armeo had the emergency, which is looking more and more like that could have been the case,
The
and Berserker was
tagged
just
on.
pausing
Oh, he was
for
just
him.
innocent.
Are we kidding here?
You're slandering his
What is
belief.
going on? There's someone still not back.
Potentially needing to make an amendment.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take back.
Yeah,
Go to the bar.
They're trying to
take
wait
back the
for
old
our
bar.
pizza to arrive.
potentially. I don't really want to ask him after the game, but I'm
We're
just
gonna
gonna.
need a full review of the play.
Yeah, we will.
Blake X Max Z. I might have to jump on the SEN channel for our match against 2G,
How long has it
and
been?
that will. I'll bring a barrel of.
You know, he can take his
I'll bring a
time.
barrel of
That's
Patron
my
with me.
take, you know,
Okay.
he's gotta go to the bathroom.
It is rather
When nature
rude
calls.
to try and speed someone up in the
When
bathroom.
nature calls, nature calls. You know, you gotta do what you gotta
The
It
to
is
do something in
nice, though.
India, you actually
do. For hell.
have to be invited by someone from India because they have to host. The orgs can only host things in their own
You know?
regions.
It's like the whole Sippy Cup situation. We never had
It's true.
a lot of spilling on stage. And then
DOS
Stern, I
2.
feel like he was the one who started it all.
Lion, I know. What is this new strat they had? Trying to get us.
Spills. We needed Sippy Cups. on
We're all
stage.
ready to go.
But now they just have bottles of water.
They're back to bottles. I
Yeah.
wonder if Masu specifically.
So, Lagast, I think the one thing people overvalue is short-term winning versus long-term marketing and fan base
I
building.
remember this now.
I think if you watched any of those matches against us and 100 Thieves and us against G2, that against 100 Thieves, it was like you were at a Lakers game watching the Lakers, and we were the Lakers. And there were like 10% of the people in the room were rooting for 100 Thieves, even though 100 Thieves is in first place. And if you go back to the beginning of partnership, when Optic was on a crazy run and didn't get partnership, so the biggest thing on this whole thing is how do you develop your fan base and how do you support the scene? And I think that is what we've been committed to from the beginning of the game, and like hosting off-season events and hosting watch parties and just trying to always support the scene has been our #1 goal. So, and look, here comes Alex. Perfect timing.
Supports roaming up towards that top
Did
side.
you?
This is going to be spicy. He does get that lane ward, and it's a pixel brush ward here for Miles. So both supports have gone top.
All right.
Drop down a ward.
Pizza's here.
Especially with the Jarvan in the game, there's always
I did watch yesterday's match. That first map was so crazy. We lost both pistols.
Really talk about it, but,
We lost a 4v1, and we lost an eco, and we still almost won the map. And then after that, we were obviously just mentally boomed map 2. All right, here we go. Let's lock in now.
Yeah, I think that's a really good call. We've also seen a little bit of a rise of
All right.
in LCK specifically. Chubby playing it last night.
All right, so they're playing the
now that he is
the new comps where you play Cassiopeia bot lane. Desi Cat. I'm hanging in there. I am hanging in there. George Geddes, thank you for the prime sub.
And I think the more important thing, though, if he really wants to be greatest of all time, is he wins these next 2 and then just goes off into sunset. He would be the only one to start 8-0 and then end the split undefeated.
There you go.
Everyone else went on to lose a later game. Armeo would not.
Except for Armeo. Went out on top. That's how he'll be remembered.
Yep.
Lion's been playing with a sub. And with the sub,
The biggest what if, you know?
What if Armeo
What if?
they haven't lost a game, let alone a match. They're 2-0, 2-0, 2-0.
Inspired has never had a 100% winner in a split. Armeo.
Thank you for the gifted.
Does so far. We'll see if he does in 30 minutes or so.
Well.
As Darkwing's trading pretty heavily here with Saint, but all jokes aside, of course, Inspired going to be back pretty soon. It'll be interesting to see. I mean,
Yeah, there's no question Envy in the last 3 weeks is really...
There is the question.
You can see they found a way to bring the best out of Demon 1 again. And our old Qbert friend Knights is definitely now really fitting in there, so...
Presumably for week 6 in Mexico for Lion home grounds. And they're going to have some
They definitely hit their stride.
playing against TL, and he will basically have missed the entire
Although Envy did deprive you all of the Sentinels versus M80 match. And it's kind of hard for us to meet them. We both have to win a bunch of matches to get to play each other.
I'm actually totally fine, you know,
Because the bracket flips.
taking the first 2 weeks off of a split. Anything beyond that, and I start feeling like you can really start generating
The league team, we definitely... Last week was brutal on both counts. It may have been the worst single day in the history of the organization. Competitively. Like, we should have beat Shopify and lost. And we... we needed to beat Crew to get second place to make straight into the playoffs, and we lost. So,
this is Saint, though. He has been performing incredibly well this split. I think that it is fair to say him and Quid are the clear top 2 mid laners right now. And they're going to be facing off in week 6, so not next week. They will have a bye to facilitate the extra games that they're going to be playing in Mexico at the Lion home ground. So that is really, I think, the match that everyone has circled to find out who is truly at the top of the LCS right now.
Common egg. Nice common egg there by Saint. On to Darkwings. Will be vulnerable for a return gank. Obviously, it's still totally fine with where Darkwings got egg, but getting the egg that early can be quite beneficial if they want to get a Darkwings kill later. And to your point, Saint and Quid, the only 2 players
Cloud9 is taking the...
Saint has won that one, and Saint has taken all that momentum.
Kind of the same approach that Kaplan took on our roster, which is... They were doing too much winning, but they weren't winning in the big matches. The solo kill.
Doesn't have it for the remount. Wanted to use it for trading earlier on, and Dokla in the counter matchup makes it look.
Jerry.
It already forced his flash, which must happen off screen, but that was super simple there for Dokla, and Impact is in a disaster spot already. You took the counter.
Impact's down 600 gold already. 700.
It's crazy.
He
burned the flash at level 1 to Dokla when Dokla burned Ghost. Skills his violent tendencies while under the turret without Dokla even being there. So wanted it to just push out the wave, but Flash Ignite.
Yeah, Cloud9, who was winning every game in the stages and every playoff game that wasn't a best of 5 to go to an international. And so
1v1,
their coach stepped down. They replaced 2 of their players.
Or something along those lines.
Now, they just beat FlyQuest in the match right before us, so.
And it becomes tough, right? You're kind of
But they are doing a rebuild mid-season, which was kind of wild considering how well they had been playing. Like, they went undefeated in the spring split and won their first playoff games. They won their first 8 matches.
Who, by the way, has been doing this to everybody, Azale. This is Dokla stats, the guy who we're criticizing for laning phase in
Dokla Summer.
Better laning than Thanatos so far. Gold difference at 14, CS difference at 14, and XP difference at 14. He's been absolutely smashing and has continued to do it here.
Like, as your average CSD, for 6 games, you're averaging up almost 20
It's absurd.
CS.
He's playing so well right now.
And, I mean, he's always been an amazing team fighter, so, you know, when you start having that kind of a laning phase as well, that is just terrifying. And Dokla, I agree, you know, I hadn't seen all those stats, but I've been looking at Dokla as the best top laner for sure right now, and Impact is going to keep taking the bad end of these trades. Dokla just going to be looking to push him back, and the scary thing here for Impact is Dokla will just slowly whittle you down, get you dismounted, and then he will be looking for an all-in while you are dismounted and just try to take you out before you can actually get that remount.
Yeah, sitting on 3 biscuits and a refillable potion as well for Dokla. Like, he's got sustain for days as well in his ability to win the war of attrition in this lane, has the experience advantage on him as well, hitting level 7 first. So he's in a good spot. It's all about whether or not the rest of LYON can hold that advantage and then let him run over team fights late game.
Yeah, it is going to be pretty difficult for them to deal with this Olaf.
Nothing like a good 4 a.m.
really
pizza.
tough to deal with, obviously very reliant on CC here, you know, with champions like Leona, and even, you know, knockup from Xin and so on and so forth. But the Anivia can be quite good, especially if you do fight in corridors, because you can just wall off an Olaf, and then if he doesn't have flash, the ult doesn't do anything. So there is that possibility to just try to kite it out and to try to delay and be able to win an extended fight. But at the same time, LYON do have a lot of power in their extended fight as well, with both Syndra and Cassio, you know, being pretty high DPS champs.
It absolutely is. I'm just looking at
I'm kind of stabilized here.
It's already plus 18 in 7 minutes. If you can keep holding that, it's only going to get worse. But we'll say Hambach did manage to secure the first drake of the game. The overall game state, if you close your eyes and don't look at top lane, still totally fine. With Rahel doing completely fine into the Cassiopeia early in the bottom lane.
Yeah, so there's the dismount. Isles is up on this side, but they aren't going to look for any sort of a dive. Just going to take the push in and reset here. And Impact will be a little bit delayed on his recall.
Yeah, and the egg just came
Jerry,
back up
sleep's
for Dark,
overrated.
So getting egged early on doesn't end up costing him whatsoever. Still just a little bit down in farm, but he's in an okay spot on Anivia, as we could be seeing.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, Armeo going to take 1 grub and just flag and drag out over the wall. Likely to give up 2. Scatter going to connect there on to Huhi, but is pretty tanky. And
All right, Hambach. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Wait, we got 2. All right. And we're going to get out? No, we're not going to get out. Oh, nice.
Get away from Armeo. Saint going to be looking with the scatter here. Hambach trying to turn back around there with Huhi. Is on the side.
Hambach jumping in. Oh, no. Where's Rahel? Rahel's bot. Oh, no. Wait a second. What is happening? Can we kill Saint here? Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Huhi.
Out of mana, and it is a kill on the top side there for Dokla on Impact.
No. Impact died to Dokla again.
The 1v1 up top with a turret dive. And Rahel's Ezreal ultimate almost turned that. Saint got put in a pretty goofy position, getting blast coned over by Huhi's Leona. But let's watch it one more time. The Anivia really sectioning Saint down at the beginning of the fight, and then it's kind of about waiting for cooldowns, right? Saint used his QE early, but then once Huhi flies over the wall, Armeo and Isles decide to just all in on Hambach. Going to focus on the bottom fight here because Saint gets thrown back in. Looks like he flashed into the Ezreal ultimate over the wall, which eventually led to him falling. Otherwise, that could have been an even bigger win for LYON.
Yeah, that was pretty well played by Huhi, just hitting that blast cone to knock Saint back into the pit, gets him low, and then he tries to flash out, gets tagged by that ulti as you're talking about, and now Dokla does have his experimental exploit.
Look out!
Just gonna be gone. Has no flash and has no way out. Berserker picking up the kill. Great roam there from Saint. And it is your MasterCard power spike of the game. Dokla with those 2 early kills. I think both of them were a solo as well. I'm not sure if anyone got an assist onto Impact. And he is going to be so far ahead. Impact just can't take any of these fights.
That's really insane. I mean, it is, I think, at this point, an overpowered pick. But also, if you're going to play what is considered the counter to it, I think this is proving that you need to be really experienced on the Kled. And I think the more Olaf you play, since there are some players, even in North America, that are like basically Kled one tricks, I'm sure Dokla's played against them, so he'll know exactly how the match is supposed to go.
You can watch from the gym.
Come on. Him immediately.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And this is always the risk of some of these kind of counter picks, especially a champion like Kled. It is insanely high risk, high reward champion. You can just play a tank into Olaf and kind of just lose gracefully, right? You know, you're not going to have a fun time. You're not going to be able to take a lot of trades, but you can farm and you can be useful. And we'll see if he can find a way. As Saint here going to get caught, and he's going to get solar flared. The follow-up stun is on the other side. The petrifying gaze was onto the Xin Zhao, who falls as well. Saint stays alive. Darkwings is dead, and LYON crushed the fight and are just starting to run away with it.
Yeah, maybe they're fine without Inspired. You know, the more I watch this game, it feels like everyone is just smashing. Dokla's still in the top lane. What a crisp fight that was.
All right, Uhi, get here. Help him.
Dokla might end up falling here.
Come on, Uhi. Come on.
Come
on. Can we actually kill him? Can we actually kill him?
From impact, Dokla tries to take the fight. Cannot.
Hey.
Overextended. Punished there by Uhi.
Nice gank, and then getting the shutdown onto impact will potentially save his game. Really needed that one, but it's off the back of what was a very big fight win and Drake take for LYON.
Sleeping snipes. Oh, the Ezreal ult just went past Saint. If that landed, the fight would have been very different.
Good one. Good shot calling there by Armeo at the end. But I'd say Isles played that fight great. The initial taunt, and then not panicking with the ultimate onto Saint. So getting kind of all his cooldowns off in the fight initially before providing the shield onto Saint really just allowed him to maximize that fight.
Zenplay going to connect here onto Isles. Isles
wait a second. Wait a second.
Bear trap on a rope. Knocked down there by
all right. All right.
2 times Isles up towards that top side, and this time he is going to be punished.
Darkwings, look out!
Bot side for Darkwings.
No
the
flash,
wall
no
has
wall.
just been spent. Yeah, no wall, no flash, no egg, no nothing. And this is going to be a pretty easy kill here. You have to think they give it over. Tried to give it over to Dokla. I'm not even sure how Armeo got it.
I think he smote him to death. I think that was a little dirty little smite there by Armeo because it wasn't the red buff.
Smite steal. Added to the column.
It's like I'm pretending I'm giving it to you, just like yoink right at the very end.
The little fadeaway smite, steal it away.
Nice gank. I mean, timing on his EQ is perfect to interrupt the R. Darkwings, I think, spends his cooldowns a little bit prematurely just because Dokla's so scary in this game, doesn't even want to let him get close, but ends up costing him pretty dearly.
Yeah, it definitely did. And even though they did kill Dokla, we didn't get to rewatch that. But Dokla was playing between the 2 towers and wanted to obviously interrupt Impact, who was trying to ult back for the wave. So even though Impact got the shutdown, he lost the entire wave, including the cannon to his tower. So it didn't close the gold as much as you would have expected, right? Because he missed out on all those minions. So he does get the shutdown, but after this kill for Dokla, after the plates for Dokla, Dokla is still up 1.2k, Saint up 1.3k. These solo laners very, very strong right now.
Yeah, I mean, the carries. Armeo wouldn't have as much gold of Dokla if he didn't smite the kill away. And then Dokla would probably be up there with Berserker and Saint.
Jerry, I can't...
Gonna try to look for potentially for a dive, but I don't think this will work.
I can't try and convince you. This is definitely going to be a...
Darkwings, who has given up
it's going to take a miracle.
Cozy little spot in mid lane, and playing side lane's a lot more risky, so does need that backup. They get him some vision, but LYON already making a play on the other side of the map, looking to knock down this tower, which would be first turret of the game, and Impact not going to be able to do anything about it.
Can't get the interrupt on Armeo's reset either, so tempo not disrupted. Saint in a position to carry this game as well with the Anivia, still playing so well. 10 CS per minute, not to mention the first turret of the game. Very, very strong.
Yeah, Hambach here on the invade. Armeo will just flag and drag away, but Sentinels moving a lot of members up towards topside. Dokla going to TP in behind them, and they're going to look to try to force the fight. Eyes here.
Oh, no.
Gets caught and just knocked down in a hurry. Nothing he can really do about that. Great TP from Dokla, and now they're looking topside for Darkwings, who has no turret. Going to try to TP out. Looks like he just might do it. Stays safe. As it looks like the unleashed power would have potentially killed him, but TP's out just in time.
Narrow escape, but just a beautiful play by Dokla right there. He's not even in base for that TP. He's just pushing bot wave. So catches Hambach a little bit unawares. The ward that was placed previously by Isles just gives him a very easy kill. But it does let the bot lane go a little bit, so Dokla sacrificed a bit for the team, but they're getting so much off of it otherwise.
Yeah, they're going to take the Herald, and Isles is down there to cover Dokla. So even though they get a little bit of gold there for Dark Wings, the gold extends even further.
This looks like game 2 against Envy.
We'll see if Sentinels can find some good plays, try to turn it around. Impact definitely going to have a very difficult time in this one, as he has completed his Titanic, so now he has some good wave clear, but Dokla almost has the Stride Breaker and is pretty much that full item completion ahead.
I feel you,
and Dokla in teamfights,
Chris 36.
Need to worry about the Kled. He can win in side lanes against him, but he's just going to be running down Zin and Leona. Like, it's just very easy to have the melee champions that are right next to him and kind of mow them down. So Armeo just focus Drakes, threaten Soul, and try and move to 7-0. That's maybe what we're tracking.
Armeo came out of retirement to replace their best player, and he hasn't dropped a game. Can we actually kill him? No.
And trying to run out here with the Ghost, but on the other side, it's a fight as Berserker can't connect the Petrifying Gaze onto Rahel. In comes the reinforcements from Impact, but the charge will find not much of anything. Both fights do end up disengaged, and no one goes down.
Interesting they didn't get the stun there onto Rahel. Maybe a little late on the Petrifying Gaze, because normally the taunt into Petrifying Gaze is the combo, but couldn't quite time it up correctly. Hadn't gotten much chance to talk about Berserker's Cassio. It was very good. The nerfs are quite small, to be completely honest, for the mages bot lane. So this is our first LCS team running back mages post MR buff for 80 carries.
Yep, the MR buff, Berserker 3's buff, and the Fleet buff as well. So been a number of different little changes to try to push it. It was versus, it was versus FlyQuest. That's what I thought against that matchup against Masu, where he played it last and he was diving Masu and chasing after him. And
just enjoying a Sunday Sentinels League of Legends match, which we don't really have much of a shot of winning. But you know what? We don't give up. We keep fighting.
All his careers, his games were just like 3 or 4 prior to playing at MSI. He had 1 total kill, and all
we keep fighting.
Great on Ziggs, and then he came back here and he's played great on Cassio, and he feels like he really has kind of turned over a new leaf and is playing incredibly well on these different champions. As Darkwing's gonna get put low here, the unleashed power from Saint doesn't quite finish him off.
Darkwings,
and he is gonna be in a lot of trouble. Berserker goes in with Petrifying Gaze, trying to fight against Hambach, and Hambach gonna be locked into the Cataclysm there by Armeo. Flashes out, trying to make a run for it, won't be able to get away. Impact and Darkwings limping out to safety, but 2 more easy kills while Dokla just farms plates topside.
I mean, it was an insane numbers advantage right there. Impact was in base with no charge. Saint chunks the Anivia out, and then he's entering the fight. So anyone who's actually fighting in River is just going to get obliterated because there's too many people there. I mean, even while that was happening,
do we actually have the ability to hurt him?
1v2, we'll see how he does. Pushes Impact back. They have to run. They're trying to wait out the ulti, and now the charge comes back up as that ultimate expires.
Wait, we're actually gonna kill him.
Gets the
All right.
Dokla bites off more.
You know what?
Couple of times this game, Dokla's pushing his
a little, gotta scrape your way back in, bit by bit.
3,000 gold ahead, well over 10 CS per minute. I believe also got a good chunk of the turret gold bot lane as well. We're going to watch this play one more time as Saint over on the side to start it is chunking him out. And who he was actually looking for this play, which is not a good play. Once
I know. He opted into a 1v3.
And then Hambach is just completely dead to rights here. Impact can't.
Yeah, that wasn't really a great initiation there.
Extra kills go over to Saint.
Yeah, it does really make me wonder if they had a read that
Alex Caruso. I'm not going to be at Game 1, Andy, but I was here last week.
A lot more even numbered than it was. Darkwings does find
maybe we're trying a new thing. Instead of winning games 1 and then losing 2 and 3, we're going to lose game 1.
Down this tier 2, and he is just such a problem in this game. There's not really a lot of tanky members over on the Sentinel.
Last week, both teams won game 1 and then lost games 2 and 3.
Yep. once you get into I can one-shot anyone on the team territory.
Deep TP, they are going to try to force this. This is a nice rocket belt. Avoids the wind as he comes lightning, but Saint is getting flanked right now by Darkwings. Might have to use the flash in the back of the pit. We'll see if he does.
Yeah.
Solar Flare going to
Yes.
the flash. Armeo will
All right.
drag back
You know
out.
what? Little
Nice
victories.
little attempt there from Sentinels, but now LYON might
Little
wanna force a fight
victories.
themselves.
Oh, they're going to
Dope
drive the
still
Rift
not
Herald
here.
to mid.
They will be happy to just disengage, spend the flash, and buy more time for Dokla.
I like the angle right there, but Saint appropriately.
Nice play, Darkwings. Nice play. All right, little victories.
So it ends up doing
Their Rift Herald got nothing. Great,
destroyer either.
great use of the. Oh well, it was better. Wait, Darkwings is not. Hambach's not dead. Okay, okay. Yeah, back and you get here. Oh.
Nice buffer out.
Wait a second. Can he kill him? Can he actually kill him? No.
Isles will keep Armeo safe.
All right.
And still, Dokla is untouched, pushing bot lane. Sentinels try to force, get nothing, and they're
You
going
know
to lose
what?
the full tower plus the minions.
You got to keep
Bot,
trying
and they lose the
stuff.
tower mid.
2 turrets for
A
Armeo's
flash.
So got that, but that's going to hurt their overall state of the game. Objective bounties actually had fallen off, but I feel like LYON continue to advance their map state pretty well right there. They are going to trade back at the top, but just a nice escape there overall by Armeo, and nice patience by Isles to just know that they didn't really have the kill damage. Let's just
The one thing about our team is when they're behind, they're always looking for plays. What do you have to do to make it for World to Worlds? You need to come in top 3 in the summer playoffs. And so the top 6 teams go to playoffs. 5 and 6 start in the lower bracket. Last year, Golden Blues 100 Thieves team made a run from the lower bracket to Worlds.
Go to Mexico.
Just in case, you know.
Just in case. If they lose the first game with Inspired, maybe just pop them back in there.
Exactly.
Keep the undefeated.
So next week we play Saturday and Sunday
Mexican food.
Absolutely.
because they're doing a
Food in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Gas South Arena on October 3rd and 4th. Tickets are on sale now. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. LYON's gonna be there. You're gonna see him.
yeah.
Okay. Making the call.
He's making the
It's not very
call.
cold, but it is a
Yeah, next week we play twice, and then the following week is the home grounds in Mexico City for LYON.
Isles getting put low. True shot barrage going to be answered by the locket there, as Isles will stay safe. They use the miasma to just disengage, and again, Dokla just playing the side lane. Well, Impact is the one grouping and trying to find.
Yeah, this is definitely not the match we expected to win, but last week against Shopify that was rough.
Role quest completed, so has 3 full summoner spells ready if he ever wants to.
Not
join.
Sen winning Worlds, Sen
Dark Wings
qualifying
tries to
for
force
Worlds.
Baron.
So,
Both have
Jerry,
decent
come on.
smash damage, one because of the
Qualifying for Worlds is everything. Let's not get crazy.
For the most part, I think LYON is just going to continue splitting the map like this. Since
You know, we have stabilized here at 5K down, but they're going to get the Hextech Soul in 3.5 minutes, so things will start to get rough for us then.
Saint is ridiculously strong right now. Dokla going to be working in towards his 3rd item as Armeo just goes straight in onto Hambach. Going to get hit by
Oh, no. Wait a second. Okay, wait a second. Wait, we didn't die. Okay, Impact. Gotta run, Impact. You gotta run.
Knocked off his horse, and now a great
Oh, no.
good sidestep from all of
Wait a second.
True shot barrage comes in, tags 1. Sentinels don't look like they can find more. Hui's trying to go.
Hui, what are you doing, brah? Oh, Hui, let's not get crazy, Hui. Let's not be crazy. Yeah, Hui, come on. Now, I gotta say here, while our team generally is really good down, I think Hui's been a little ambitious on a couple of these engages.
Impact without his lizard, not that threatening.
Really cool fight right there. It did look like Sentinels was pulling off something cool with Darkwings and Nivea having a couple really well-placed walls, but then Saint Cinder showed up, and he's a little bit too fed to deal with, getting the easy kill onto Hui, and then helping egg Darkwings so that they could get the kill onto him.
Yeah, and it's just tough. I mean, in these situations, Sentinels know they're super behind, so they want to get more.
Like,
the initial play was great, though. You know, just the wall keeping.
Yeah, like they did. The original initiation was amazing. That we got the kill and got away.
But then the extension here, like, really nice movement from Darkwings to
Like,
run over,
everything is
make sure they
going
can't
well,
secure
but
this
right
kill.
here, we
And
just
he
need to
put the
regroup.
pressure right onto Berserker, gets his
Like,
flash as
the
well,
problem
and he
is, look at our health bars.
wall.
We have 3
But then
people who
wait a
have
second,
half
this
health.
is a level 15
And
Syndrome.
so, who he engaged is so far away from the rest of the team. Like, yeah. That made no sense there. I gotta... Who am I to criticize a man who's been playing in the LCS for a decade? But I gotta say, that seemed like a very ambitious engagement.
Maybe we can just ace him. Maybe we can go for more. But at the end of the day, you just end up losing.
We have 3 people low health, and no one really... Only one person was even close enough to do damage, if that. So he just was too far away from his team, and his team needed a base. They were all low health. But, you know, that's when I need to see the coach's cam to see if Golden Glue is having the same reaction I have. Because most of the time, when they show Golden Glue, his reaction is exactly the same as my reaction of like, wait, what are we doing? What are we doing?
So that's why the balance of these double APs with mid-bot doesn't get punished with MR stacking as much, as long as you're getting enough physical damage from your mid-top.
All right, 42 seconds till they're going to take the Hextech Soul. Now, are we going to try and take Baron and then die? I mean, you know what? Here, I don't mind this play, because at least there's some ambition here. Because the Dragon Soul's coming up, so we're just trying to distract them. Oh, needed that to land.
Slowly but surely, Baron is getting lower, but this feels like a very risky proposition.
It's not really risky when you're down 6k gold, so I'm going to accept the fact.
Yeah, the impact flank might be the look here if they're trying to go.
Oh, Berserker with their
no.
gaze, but still chasing after Impact. Rocket Belt's forward, and there's the taunt flash, and Darkwings is just gone. Impact now getting chased down. Another Q does connect. It's going to be a double kill there for Armeo as Huhi falls as well. Impact going back to base, has the ulti to rejoin, but Armeo looking for more on the side here. Hombach and Rahel trying to push them back. The scatter does whiff. Hombach goes back.
Hombach, where are you going, bro? Whoa! Whoa! Wait a second! Hombach and Rahel take out their jungler. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Yeah, wait a second. Now there's no smite. Maybe the miracle is...
Okay.
Probably not, but you never know. Maybe
where is Hombach at?
They can't stop the soul.
Where's... Oh, Hombach had to base.
Maybe you go for a miracle Ezreal ult or something like that, but... Ezreal popping the ulti. Let's see.
There we go. Here comes the Ezreal. Oh!
Low enough. They will claim the
okay, but we're gonna.
On the other side, but
okay.
Lion are aware of it. Saint TPing in.
But they don't have a jungler. They don't have a jungler. I think we just gotta. Here's why I'm okay if we just try and take this Baron, and if we lose the fight, whatever, because the game's kind of lost. Okay. Okay, now let's run! Run, run, run! Look out for Dokla! Wait a second! Ah, yes! Wait a second! Oh, wait a second! No, 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 no! Wait a second! What is happening? Let's go!
As it's a 1K shutdown given over to Rahel.
What is happening? What is happening?
It's an old reference, but Huhi didn't hear no bell in this game. They gave away the Hex Soul, and they just keep making plays to see if they can make the comeback. They get
Hombach, what are you doing, bro?
Dokla kills, and it just felt like because of the choke points they were fighting in, they were really able to abuse the Anivia here.
See,
so first off, smart to just go Baron. They have high.
It was huge that we were able to kill Armeo on the prior fight, and so this whole window of time, they had to take a lot longer to kill the Dragon Soul than it should have taken. And therefore, we were able to get a good running start on the Baron, and they didn't have their jungler. And then Dokla opts into a 1v5.
On top of the Anivia ult was great for Darkwings, and then yet another wall. Berserker can't follow through, so when Saint
and then we killed Saint, who is their most fed player. And then Isles had already flashed. We play better from behind than ahead. That is the thing for this team. We definitely play better from behind. I have Twitch DM on screen. What?
The better choice was just give up that Baron, but clearly they had made the call that they could punish.
Oh, I do.
They could look for that fight. But Anivia,
how do I get rid of that? There it is.
You know, zoning people out.
All right.
Berserker's really far, as you say, and Lion do lose out on this fight, but still in a very good position in this game. Up 2,000 gold, do have the soul. But Rahel is nearly 3,000 gold up on his counterpart in Berserker now, so Rahel is really getting paid.
Yeah, that was a lot of gold from that last fight. So he was.
All right, wait, we're only down 2K gold. Now they do have the, they do
3,000
have
gold up. So they are against Hexol. It's
the
still gonna be
soul.
very difficult,
But
a full item Ezreal can do a lot.
hey,
of
you know what?
damage, No matter what.
Absolutely can.
We at least made this
Yeah,
interesting.
It is a strong Olaf, it is a strong Syndra, but as we have seen, if you can actually manipulate the terrain, keep them out, they can't connect at the same time, you can kite back and just burst down this Olaf. Darkwings did lose both his egg and his stasis, though, in that last fight, and he doesn't have Zhonya's gold yet, so we'll see if he can farm towards that Zhonya's gold. It is going to be very important.
Yeah, you can see
This is a 4,000 power play. That's crazy.
The most damage in the game, but it's a game right now, and that was a big throw by LYON trying to go in after that Baron. Giving up the Baron is one thing.
All right, he's got to use his ult to get away, but you know what?
I believe the Baron objective bounty had fallen. I'm not 100% sure, but there were definitely champion bounties available.
We're only 1,200 gold behind. Now, they do have the soul, so therefore it is a bigger lead effectively than 1,000 gold, but at least we got a fighting chance here. Like I said, our team weirdly is better coming from behind than playing from ahead.
I mean, I wasn't going to bring this up because it was going to make me look really bad at the start of the series when I said maybe Sentinels wins because of time without Inspired. Just saying, would an Inspired LYON make that play? Probably not.
I mean, they spent 31 more minutes of gameplay without Inspired, you know? So
that's true. The start of the game, and then they forgot what Inspired would have done in that situation.
Every minute that passes,
he would have told them to play.
Nice call, Rishval.
Exactly.
Take it slow.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, they don't have Inspired to rein them in. All the craziness on the team that they like to go for.
It is definitely winnable, considering we were able to win that other team fight. But again, we got to be smart on our engages.
So, having talked to LYON,
because that was what was great about that Baron play is they were taking the soul, so we knew where they were going to be. And without their jungler, it was going to take them longer.
And if they want to, maintain some of those things and change some of the shot calling responsibilities a little bit as a result.
Yes, but at this point, 32 minutes into the game, a 5K gold lead isn't crazy like it was at 20 minutes into the game.
We talked about at the start of the game, but there's only been a few junglers that have started 8-0 in games.
Like Rahel now has a 4,000 gold lead, so Rahel can take over this game.
TFT player St. Vicious.
So while yes, they have the soul, the fact that Rahel's 4-0 and he has a 3,600 gold lead on his Ezreal, he can take over the game.
With 100% win rate. So you can't lose a single time to keep that 100% win rate.
They're trolling our Mayo here. I like it. They're going for the caster curse. Okay, here we go. Elder flip for the game. Elder flip for the game. And we've got a fed Rahel.
Very clearly. Respect, stay in school.
Okay, every player in the game has flash up. This is going to be a psychotic fight. Does everybody have ult and flash as we start this next fight?
As we know, is the great equalizer. It is still a gold lead.
That is crazy.
In their favor. We'll see if they can close this game out. Sentinels have made it so much closer. Rahel now has the fully completed Maw. It's going to be much more difficult to take down, but it is a very dark river. Sentinels really have not been able to get much vision.
Definitely not. We'll see. I'm a little interested that he went Maw instead of Endless Hunger. I understand, like, you get in range of Cinder if he presses one button on you, so you need the Maw, but okay, he still has a lot of damage.
Nice, Rahel. Look at that. He took half of our Mayo's health. If we can kill our Mayo, this is... No, not Hammock! You can't die, Hammock!
Slow down from both sides.
Oh! Wait, can we kill Dokla? Can we just kill Dokla? Can we just kill Dokla?
He's got a ghost. He's got a
ah, yes, we can kill Dokla. Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. But wait a second. Wait a second! Oh, we didn't kill our Mayo. We had him. Oh, no, Tyrell! Come on, Rahel! Oh, he just lived! All right, Darkwings. No, Hammock, you can't die here! Okay, wait a second. Wait a second, and Pang is back! Boom! Wait, they only have one player alive! Wait! They only have one player alive! Wait! Wait a second! Can he kill him? Somebody get over here and help him! There we go! Wait a second!
For Sentinels, it is the Elder going to be going the way of Sentinels. This game has just flipped on its head.
And Rahel has completely turned on the damage.
Rahel!
Onto Dokla, Ignite and Death's Dance. Just
Rahel!
Now they'll have the Elder with Baron up. Watching this one more time, though.
Okay. Okay.
Soul does not make you any tankier.
Yes, Alex, they definitely threw. Lion threw twice. They kind of did what we did last week against Shopify. Part of it was disrespecting your opponent.
And honestly, the Maw is pretty clutch right here at the end when Rahel does get the gameplay button pressed on him later by Saint, lives through it. He dodges the damage so well from Armeo early. Rahel just maximizing his damage. I gotta say, at the back end of that fight, they were just a little cleaner. Maybe they could end it through top lane. There was a big.
Wait a second. Why are we not showing the live action? Okay.
And it's anyone's game at this
Wait a second. They're not even going to contest this. They're not even going to contest. You know why they're not going to contest? Because we've got the Elder.
Less an LCS game in 736 days. So Sentinels on a path to history themselves, chasing the glory of taking down.
All right, here we go.
The unkillable.
This is the moment right here where we have Elder. How much time do we have Elder for? Where's the clock for Elder? Wait.
We're moving on.
I'm confused.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Amazing job.
Stuff. Thank you.
Okay, so the power of the soul almost mitigated by the gold lead and just the fact that
we now have a 4K gold lead.
He's gone Seekers as well, so a little bit defensive on the Ezreal just so he doesn't get.
All right, here we go, guys. Now this is where, unfortunately, this is where we've had our troubles. Is finishing out games where we come back and take the lead. We've had trouble finishing these games. Let's see if we can change that today.
Of course, that stasis is so valuable against Syndra ult, right? Because you can fully immune that once that comes out, and that's what he's going to be looking to do. Rahel pushing forward, they do not want to allow Lion the luxury of
the blue bar. It doesn't have a clock on it for some reason, but okay.
Still another wave or two on this Elder buff, and then that will.
Rahel just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. Rahel chipping away, chipping away. All right, we're gonna go spend some gold.
They put themselves into a pretty good spot.
It does say 2 minutes. I'm blind. I see 144 on the Baron buff.
One inhibitor would be a very big accomplishment, which is kind of where it's going. Maybe they'll get bottom tier 2 with their next push. Let's do a check-in though, because remember previously when Saint was at 30,000 damage and Rahel was at 21,000 damage? Let's see what he did in that last fight. Because that's about 17,000 damage since our last check-in for Rahel. Rather impressive that Saint's at
Rahel, 4,800 gold ahead.
But the real story here is in the gold. Rahel, 20,000 gold this game. A lot of it is bounty gold. You have to be so careful with your leads.
All right, we've got to win one more fight. You got to win one more fight. Oh no, Rahel! Don't let him kill Rahel! Protect the president! Armeo, you're dead! Now let's go!
In comes impact on the ulti, and Sentinel's gonna keep pushing here. They still have 50 seconds on the Baron. And that is a 5v4.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Now the only problem is.
Here, but that is a big pick and a
boom. Come on. Come on.
Why you invest in the Seeker's arm guard just in case, because he got hit by the scatter. And there's no Mikhail's on his team. There's no cleanse needed to be able to live through that. Still, the Hextech Soul is never going away, so it's very dangerous.
All right, guys.
You got to be afraid.
Turn on him! Turn on Dokla! Turn on Dokla!
So they can play around these Anivia walls as best as possible.
Absolutely, and it is about a 6,000 gold lead for Sentinels, but that is pretty much evened out by the Soul. It is going to be pretty even.
Kind of. I'm going to say it kind of, because Rahel is so far ahead that Rahel,
now he gets them after that. We can see Darkwings is going
like, it is just about keeping Rahel alive and Rahel 1v9ing. Because that is the key here.
And yes, there is double Void Staff, but still, that is a lot of MR. It is going to be very efficient. And Dokla, who had a pretty massive lead and it felt like the game was going to be about him, has not been about him. And at this point in the game,
and Hambach is also now 2,500 gold ahead.
On to Hambach is going to try to chase him with the Rylai's on the other side. Who he getting low? Hambach,
somebody help Hambach! Oh no! Okay, Rahel, kill everybody, Rahel. You gotta kill everybody, Rahel. Get back in there! Kill somebody! Yes. Okay. Wait. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Yes. Okay.
He is just knocked out of the air there.
Okay.
the end of the day, it is a 2 for 2. It looked like it might have been a Lion stop, but Sentinels use the stasis, use the summoner, survive, and keep it even.
And it's just the poor support jungles that die at the end.
Both teams lost the same players. It was not only 2 for 2, it was also jungle and support.
Decide this game is whether or not they can get their fingers on Rahel somehow. If it's actually Rahel who can get hit by maybe an Isle.
Wait, Rahel kept his flash.
Which is going to make it nearly impossible, because that was a really good look for Lion, and it ended up being a tie.
Yeah, ended up being a tie there. It did look like a really good engagement. And they got some important summoners, of course. They got the flash off Hombok, of Impact, off Darkwings, off Huhi. But they spent some big summoners themselves. 3 of their own flashes are down. Saint and Berserker do hold on to their flashes, and it is worth pointing out, Rahel did for the upgrade.
Rahel's just going in for the 1v9.
On the GA now. And
Rahel's like, I don't even need my teammates.
Kind of interesting. Getting a little bit of tech there as that just
Okay, here we go. 24 seconds to the second Elder. You know, at least the game's entertaining. Even if we lose this game, it's been fun. And also to see the team rally back from a big deficit. Here we go. 10 seconds to the Elder flip. But can we kill Dokla here before? Again, like we did last time.
Careful not to overcommit.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
And Dokla has no TP, so he's going to have to go back to base now.
Wait a second. We've kind of forced Dokla out of this fight, I think.
That verdant barrier here.
Right now, it is basically an even game. We were way behind, and now we've evened it up. And if Darkwings can... Wait a second! Rahel, get over there! Kill! Go! Dokla! No! How is he still alive? How is Dokla still alive? How is he still alive? How is Dokla never gonna die? Somebody kill Dokla!
Another Death Dance proc comes through. I cannot believe that he is still alive.
How's Dokla still alive? Okay, but wait. Are we just gonna get the Elder because they have to base?
2 for 2. Dokla, against all odds, stays standing.
Okay, but we got the Elder.
Go back and defend their base.
But we got the Elder.
Get another Elder.
That was insane. For all the attention that was spent on Dokla, Huhi headshot Saint with the solar flare.
Huhi somehow killed Saint, which isn't supposed to be a thing. All right. Who's dead here? Darkwings, Huhi, Armeo, and Saint. That's actually much better for us.
Was doing damage, but kind of running around, barely trying to stay alive. Didn't even proc.
Hombok gonna solo the Baron. All right, here we go, and our third Baron.
Yet another Baron.
3 Barons, 2 Elders. You cannot lose. Like, the win probability with 2 Elders and 3 Barons, that's like not losable. Come on. Okay, we have Baron and Elder. Now's the time. We just got to roll up there and siege. Okay, we're all back alive. Everyone's alive.
Had they not gotten that kill on a Saint, I think that Lion would have taken that fight. So, pretty critical pick.
Be careful. Be careful. Okay. Okay.
Still deathless on.
Oh!
With Baron and Elder, and an inhibitor on both the top and bottom lanes, but no supers, crucially, yet.
Oh.
Let's see if they can do something on this push with.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mayo lost 30% of his HP to 1 Ezreal Q with that true damage burn.
The Ezreal with the Elder. Here we go. We gotta kill him this time. Can we actually kill him this time?
Does get knocked down into the GA, and Hombok goes in for Isles. Isles pops the heal. Armeo trying to.
Somebody kill Dokla! Don't forget about Dokla. Darkwings. Here we go. Here we go.
He is low. Hombok is low, but he does not fall. They retreat into the fountain. Impact trying to get in there and finish him off, but he falls. The Stand United keeps him alive.
GG! Oh my goodness! Let's go!
Nexus break the undefeated streak from Lion and win game 1.
Armeo's 100%.
What in the world is happening here?
Sentinels take the win. Lounge, are you not entertained?
Oh, that was an entertaining game.
This for you, Charlie.
You guys didn't even give Lion, like, you
Not a
didn't
single
give
game.
Sentinels.
Wow.
You saw the majority of that game. Did you believe in it? The vast majority of that game?
No.
I'm going back behind the PC. I'm going back
I told you that's what
Oh my goodness. So let's just leave. Let's just end the day. We don't need to keep playing. Let's just go.
The Huhi quote comes in clutch, right? Huhi saying, "You're just one team fight away from winning the game." Like, that's a Huhi quote.
They should bring that clip back out. Rahel just so carried. It's Kara.
How large this goal deficit is, and the fact that the most important thing, it's a Hex Soul. The most important soul.
They had the Hex Soul and a 5K gold lead, and we came back on them.
So let's take a look at this positioning.
That is so ridiculous.
So LYON is waiting for the next wave, and they're just
like I said, our team is better coming from behind than they are playing from ahead. It's crazy that way.
And funny enough, this works poorly for them. For Sentinels, this is where they actually kind of,
yeah, it's like
they die here. So if we rush it through here, Berserker runs
we die here.
And then Isles finds a pick on towards Darkwing.
But the key is
for Kuhi. So you're wondering, why are you playing this play, Raz? Well, the most important thing is what LYON does with this time. Because Jarvan died, so they can't go immediately towards Baron. So they try and get the soul immediately. So Sentinels recognizes, wait,
this is
have a good timing buff.
Big brain play right here. Big brain play.
They push the play here. LYON, who's really delayed on their tempo, know they need to actually fight for this play. So then they lose Baron. They want to hunt. Dokla's like, I have an angle. We have soul.
We're all now alive.
Problem is, you're one man in front of 5 people.
1v5, Dokla.
Even with the ulti from Isles, this
Inspired is tilting right now on that 1v5 by Dokla.
Scrappy when they are in a position like this, they will fight it through. So then this is huge. They come out with Baron.
No, Jerry, so you should just go to sleep and just dream about this match and don't even think there's going to be another gameplay. Just go to sleep and enjoy that win. Just dream about that.
We have been all singing is Rahel. And the fact that Rahel has just been chipping at again and again. How did Armeo even get that low? Question, Rahel. 1Q.
Rahel, boom, boom.
He can't take up this space, he backs away. Berserker even tries to back away, recognizing this. Dokla's been trying to find an angle the entire time. And 2 Qs, 3 Qs.
How do we come all the way that Impact is now able to bully Dokla in this fight?
An Elder Fight win for Sentinels. And this is just
Jerry, go to sleep just remembering that win.
That puts them in a winning position. In the fight, the game still gets really, really hectic from here on out. But we're just talking about how did they get back into the game. That was clearly how they get back into the game. It's I think their creativity and recognizing the small windows that they have.
Yeah.
All they need is one fight. All Rahel needed was Ezreal, our stalwart. I am going to play a traditional AD carries. I know who he told me that he's been practicing mages. I don't know if I believe you.
I don't think I believe it. No.
But Rahel
there is no second game if you go to sleep.
On the Ezreal.
Insane KD, insane farm. We were looking at the farm numbers at the end there, being like he was above perfect farm.
Who are the people not voting for Rahel for MVP?
470, I'd guess.
How is anyone else getting a vote for MVP besides Rahel?
I'll give him the 450, but on Ezreal, that's crazy. But hey, that's Sentinels taking game 1, ending the win streak of our Mayo and LYON.
Don't feed, get fed. Uber Eats.
Action when you get your favorite foods delivered on Uber Eats for less gold. Earlier today,
that was such a fun comeback. That was such a painful throw by them. It's always fun when you catch the other team's throw.
Having the experience and being calm, cool, collected, and kind of
Rahel went off so strong there.
The longevity of his career, how much of a peak he's been at, like it feels like the game's never over.
That was so big. That was so much fun. I made up for last week when we threw against Shopify. But that is the way our team is. They can lose to anyone, they can beat anyone.
Creative, like in the mid game or late game, he's looking for game-winning.
Gabriella,
I don't think many people.
Congrats, big W.
I kind of knew that he was good.
Close it out in 2, Rishval. That's optimistic. Like I said, I think. Oh, hit the mic.
He joined G2. I felt like he's the king of Europe.
I have one story. Like it was 2024 Worlds. I played Champion Q in EU for the bootcamp, and I play against him. I was thinking, let's see how good he is. I actually just gave like not even close. Maybe I was down 50 CS or 40 CS. Like, damn, this guy is actually insane. I think that was the first time I play against him. I was thinking, yeah, he's a legend.
He was a lot better than I thought he would be. I kind of thought he would be a little bit more of like a passive.
Who just said that?
Look for certain timers.
He's better than I thought he would be. He's the
I
GOAT.
just thought it was fun. Like I love playing against people who like try to push their limits like that, and it's like it's really fun to try to push your limits against people like that too. You're honestly like such a big inspiration to like so many people.
All right, what are the chances we actually win this series?
I hope you can reach what you're looking for one day. For you.
Now that's what we're all here for, is when that kind of thing happens.
Game for the, like, getting some advice about how to win the game.
True soccer hater.
Thank you.
5%.
We can play both in worst this year.
There are players at home right now.
Vedius.
Seeing those European players, and they're believing that they can do it too.
We can do this. We can go even further.
5% is better. Is more than 0. That is so crazy that that just happened.
You never really take into account years of finding ways to reinvent yourself.
I really don't believe that just happened. To you?
When the West rose up.
My oh my. Red Bull gives you wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
You're good. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Heads up. I'm going out of town.
Rich in the ground before Dub can even get there. In time to try to knock out. As Impact gets bursted. Don't feed. The Siege knocks him down.
Get fed. Scan the QR code for deals only on Uber Eats.
All right, everybody give a shout out to Alex. Alex is here, gets the stream up and running as I sprinted in from the airport. 50-50, we either do or we don't. ×2, Sleeping Snipes. All right, I've got enough time to run and get another red ball. I will be right back.
Ground is set in the enchanted wilds of TFT. In the new edition of LDET's tournament, players from different parts of the world face off, and only one region will have what it takes to conquer the enchanted wilds. Each country has summoned its legends. In total, there will be 40 duos, each one with one pro player and one casual player. The group stage takes place on September 1st and 2nd, when duos face off against their fellow region mates in double-up matches. And here, players have to prove their worth because there are no second chances. At the end of the second day, only one duo from each region advances to the final. And epic battles call for epic finishes, don't you think? The Desafío Grand Final takes place on September 10th, live in Los Angeles and broadcasted to the whole world. 4 duos, one from each region, go head-to-head in the final showdown. Who do you think will come on top? The players have been chosen, and your support changes everything. Follow TFT and Desafío on social media and gear up to cheer for your favorite country. Desafío Enchanted Wilds is coming.
Welcome back to the LCS. We've got LYON versus Sentinels heading on into game 2.
Yes,
but the series score may surprise you. Or it might not surprise you because you said they were going to win.
I did predict the Sentinels win. Time without Inspired had gotten too long for LYON, and interestingly enough, it's
only getting longer.
The late game, the time kept going. They forgot how to win.
They also forgot a little bit about time during the pregame.
Well, carried so hard there.
Will be losing their final ban for causing a delay of game before game 1. Last week they were issued a verbal warning because of a delay that they caused. So today's delay results in a loss of ban. So there actually is a little bit of a punishment there for Lion.
Wow, let's go.
Chat can rejoice. I think chat wanted the fine. I wanted the fine. This is the fine.
I
So
prefer them lose a ban from a cash fine. The cash fine doesn't help me.
Because maybe one ban is worth it for Lion.
Mr. Yakamoto,
Anyway. But I'm happy that
you missed Rahel just 1v9ing. That's what you missed. Rahel just popped off.
Fire would never let them be late.
Not a single time where they issued a delay of game warning with Inspired in the jungle chair. Where was Armeo? He was the delay of game. So,
Wait, why did they get 3 bans?
Our takes are crumbling.
Wait.
And, you know, Armeo went from
Wait, I thought they lost a ban. Why do they have 3 bans? You should lose in the first round of bans.
I am now a little bit
That is watermelon. We're out of
Mexico City, and I still think
white
this is
peach
a very
and
winnable series for Sentinels. It's felt
Fuji
like
apple.
all of these series had or have been winnable for teams playing against Lion without Inspired.
See, I think
The individual
if you're gonna
performances
make
of
that
these
ban
Lion
really
guys
matter,
has just been so
is it
amazing. Dope
is
was
it
the
a
best
bigger
top
deal
laner
to
in
lose
the
one of
lane,
your
which I
2
think Benji
bans
was last game.
in the
Saint was
second
super far
phase?
ahead of the curve of the game
or
on
one
the
of your 3
Syndrome,
bans in the first
but
phase?
This last game,
Interesting
I am willing
question.
to kind of shake it off if you're Lion, because they were
Noms, the
6,000
best team in the
gold
region
ahead,
is
and it was
Lion.
a
They won the
bounty
kickoff
extravaganza
tournament.
that
They
was a
won
lot
stage.
Baron
They
play.
won the first split, and they're currently undefeated in this split. So Lion, and they came in 3rd at MSI. So Lion.
And it is funny because I talked about the Varus game from Impact. where
Now Lion is missing their jungler, who is probably the best player in the LCS.
and now he brings out Kled, and he
But
wins
they've
out
actually
Kled.
been popping off even without him.
It's
But
so funny to me
the way that game went is what their risk is without him, because he is their absolute leader.
The win rate, and yeah, he won again.
I mean, Impact.
Yeah, Lion is definitely the best team in the region, and they are at MSI. They were the 3rd best team in the world. So,
I made it up, but I'm sure it's true.
so Noms, you're right. Therefore, if we can beat Lion,
Falling 30 CS down.
we can beat anybody.
Completely unverifiable,
almost
but I'm
guaranteed.
going to agree.
It's like 20
Inspired is fishing in Poland and then coming back next week to go basically do a sprint to the finish, because they're off next week. Then they play against Cloud9 and Liquid in Mexico City in 2 weeks. He's showing up fresh. Furia 1, map 2, 13-9.
He's so good at it.
They're orchestrating it to get him into
It's
that
not
deficit.
intentional.
Yeah.
He's going to prefer to play without the Gargantuan gold.
Furia lost map 2, chat's telling me.
He's like, what is happening? I'm not
They're
under my
investigating.
tower.
Leo's investigating.
Furia's rallying as Sen is rallying.
Do I hit it?
The stats for Leo.
Now, when do they lose their ban? They still have their bans. When are they going to lose one?
I just want to know what the CS.
You don't want to know. You just want to fudge the numbers.
I just want to find the stat that works.
Just want to, never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
All right, these are kind of standard drafts here. Although, as you may know, if you've watched this stream before, I do not love Jhin.
Olaf, Cassio, and Syndra, and Inspired was here.
But someone's going to tell me that Yunara is not as good as Jhin, or Jin's a good counter to Yunara, or vice versa. I don't know.
Saint, you're scaling. Chill out. Double shield.
The soldiers will int when the dictator is gone. That is true. That's what happened.
None of these silly mages, this Cassio, this Jace stuff.
All right, now let's see what happens with their lost ban.
Problem at hand. Jhin priority has been rising around the world, and I've always loved Jhin with Rumble, and then a mage in the
All right.
can do a lot of
I guess
damage.
Jhin Rumble, I guess, works well together.
Damage, which will likely come from the jungle. They'll never run triple AP, and then they're just completely fine. I just love those combo of champions.
All right.
Very, very strong. They definitely
Wait, it's 12-9 Fury. Are you sure you're not behind Quark Driver? Because others seem to think it's 13-9.
Point and click, CC, set up for the Jhin, set up for the Deadly Flourish, set up for the Equalizer, as well as the Chaos Storm coming through from Victor.
Okay, so is that their last ban?
You're expecting those bans on that side, and then on the other side for Sentinels, you're expecting protection bans for impact in this top lane matchup. And
Now what's going to happen here? Wait, do we know that it's our ban?
Answer to Rumble these days, unless people want to get really spicy. We'll see if there are going to be additional tank bans, but really it just feels like
Yeah, there it is.
kind of fallen out of
The lost ban.
in a lot of ways. So
They really have. We don't see Scion or Ornn
not
hardly
much.
ever.
Yeah.
We were seeing a lot of like Galio and Ornn into Rumble 6 months to a year ago, but that's definitely fallen behind. Just the pace of the game has gotten so fast in a lot of these cases, not to mention when you do have mage bot lanes, having that tank top lane makes your comp not work. Now, not going to be a problem here with Yunara Lulu, so maybe there is a world where he can play a tank with the Cassandra ban.
Definitely a possibility. They do ban out that Wukong in one of those good physical damage engage junglers. They want to take away from Armeo because, of course, Lion needs engage as well. It is not just Sentinels. You can play fully to just kite, and that missing ban, of course, is intentional. As we said, that was the punishment for the delay of game, so we will never know if they wanted to ban something like the Rel. The Karma does surprise me quite a lot. They are going to be playing heavily for that 2v2. I did really think it was going to be hard engage, Rel, Nautilus, whatever. And they were going to play that style, but now they are severely lacking on lockdown and engage, but they do have a much stronger 2v2, so they have to make the most of that.
This is the most throwback draft. Like, we need to scale. After not being able to close the giant gold lead ever, they are doing the Ornn into the Rumble.
This is like the TSM, when TSM got the playoffs draft, you know? It's like, all right, guys, that Casio bot, that Olaf top, that's a privilege, and you can lose it by losing a game.
It's also 2018 TL draft with double lift, right? It just if Impact was Dokla, that's what would be happening.
Basically every roster with double lift. When it's as soon as they lost the game in playoffs, all right, guys, I think we should play carry bot and tank top.
Yeah, you're in draft. It's like, what should I pick top lane? I could go Jace, or I think Ornn looks good.
Yeah.
I think Maokai looks good.
Maokai jungle's looking nice here, too.
Yeah, and a Trundle. Holy moly. The Trundle would have been a great pick for Hambach, so it's a good takeaway. But this is so slow for LYON. This team comp is so ridiculously slow. If he just locks Qiyana here, I feel like that's so good into the Trundle and would combo with the Rumble. He had an insane Qiyana performance in week 1.
Yeah, it would be pretty exciting. That is kind of that old school combo.
Okay, Kha'Zix instead. Just some assassin jungler.
Okay, wow. He actually locked the Kha'Zix. That is insane. That is some crazy behavior. In my view, you are solo dive against a Lulu and you're going to lock Kha'Zix? You are getting polymorph, brother.
I thought he was going to go Qiyana, but, you know, he's feeling the Kha'Zix. He's looking at the Trundle and Ornn and saying, I can go Kha'Zix here. Maybe he's not looking at the Lulu. He's a little less at the Lulu.
I mean, you can probably win the duel against the Trundle if you get the jump for sure. But that is going to be difficult to actually deal with polymorph, I think.
Remember when we were talking about Impact's Kled win rate? He's now 4-6 on Kled, and I made the statement that he's the best player in the world when he's down 30 CS or more 15. Not quite. Leo found the stats so fast. So Impact has the 3rd best win percentage. 63%, by the way, when down 30 CS or more at 15 minutes. That's insane. But minimum 10 games played. There are some people in Twitch chat that called this correctly.
I love the people that are ahead of them.
Dyrus and Danny have an 80% win rate when down 30 CS at 15.
That was the Dyrus Classic.
That's crazy.
That was the TSM meme for so many years. It's just like Camp Dyrus, everyone sends too much to Dyrus, then they'd win. And Danny was just like the chosen one in team fights. This guy actually was just Neo in team fights. It didn't matter what the early game happened at all. He'd just show up to a 5v5 and they could be down 5k and you were watching Danny, you're like, I think they win here.
I think Leo's, if he increased the minimum number of games to like 30, Impact is #1 again. But I like the call. I bet you that was 10 games that Dyrus was down 30 CS or more.
Impact does have more games than Danny.
That's for sure. Impact.
We need to fudge the numbers even more. Quick.
I'm happy with that. You can close this book.
This is quite the scaling comp for LYON. I would say they outscale in all 5 roles. Victor Ori is probably arguable, but yeah, I like their scaling in literally all 5 roles. They do have an incredibly strong
I'm back.
team fight.
Wait, they said they outscale us on every role. Okay.
I like when teams take risks when you are up against a favorite team.
Here we go.
It's time to go for
Kha'Zix is a little crazy.
We were just talking about double lift. Double lift, it's time to unretire, buddy, because Huhi just...
Huhi 5th all time, and I was criticizing his gameplay like I'm smarter than him. Hey, you know what? That's my job.
If he's going to come back, which is really funny. He did
I did used to rob people.
He played in the League Classic show match. Not to mention...
That's how you get prepared for LCS.
I did and Huhi never gives up. They brought this back as well.
Here we go.
This was an old graphic for when they were super far behind against Cloud9.
Cloud9, we were down 8k gold.
Boom! Back to victory. That just happened.
Look at that, Huhi.
Didn't hear no bell.
This was, yeah, exactly from last split. They were this team that had been able to make some crazy comebacks happen. And again, they do last game. They were down, I want to say 5-6k, and they lost Soul. And that is a wild game to win against an undefeated team in
Furia 1 map 2. Okay.
Been staying up right now in that 1v1. The CS pretty even, but those trades are going heavily in Darkwing's favor.
Darkwing's playing Victor. I'm going to say Darkwing's on Victor. I feel like that's his best champion. Chat, Charlie, you can correct me, but I think that is his best champion. Look at this. He's taking the 1v2 and he's engaging on them.
Walked up and took Baron, and then they lost the series off of that. If that happens, they're 2-1, feeling a lot different about their season. right now, and they need to be able to turn it around here against LYON. Yeah, this was crazy Baron steal. Under Nocturne.
Oh, that was the dumbest play. I was so tilted for the rest of the weekend from that play.
Need to be behind.
We need to be behind. We play better from behind. It's definitely the case.
Error in that game was not the steal. It was being ahead in the first place.
It's true.
Charlie agrees with me that Victor is Darkwing's best champ. And look at how he's bullying Saint, who they were talking about how he's the best mid laner in the league. And Darkwing's is like, oh yeah? Watch my Victor. Watch me play Victor.
But I like that he included Danny and Dyrus.
All right, wait. Every lane is ahead. That's not our thing. That's crazy talk. Whoa, wait a second. The Kazakhs.
That is not your scuttle, brother, and he is going to have to retreat back up towards the cross.
Is Hambach really going to stalk him?
He's going to keep chasing him, and this is one of the.
No, he let him go.
You do pick 3 losing lanes and all this skill.
We have to win in 25 minutes, says Charlie. Charlie's engaged. Ever since I smashed on the desk, it woke Charlie up.
It's 3 losing lanes and a trundle. It's
We have
just so much pain in the early
So this
game.
is the game. We just have to snowball.
Fight on like 3rd Drake, you just auto win the game. So it's one of those like, do you have the discipline to not take risks while not ceding way too much that it becomes unwinnable? And then on the side of Sentinels, like the pressure is absolutely on them to take the correct risks, because one failed dive, one overreach can also do the same thing as what a 3rd Drake fight would do.
Yeah.
Like Impact's 200 gold ahead. You don't see that often.
Stacking dragons early is the name of the game for Sentinels, right? That is the way you put pressure on a scaling comp.
Yeah.
If you allow
Yeah, so we have to get this first Drake.
Then all of a sudden that 3rd Drake comes
That is the most important element of the early game here, is that we get this first
on
Drake.
their items and they can win. I will say, while it is very difficult to pull off that style, LYON, I think, is the team that, over the last year with Inspired has been the best in the league at playing that style. They were famous in Split 2.
Yeah, that's with Inspired. I don't think he's here today. He's getting ready for Mexico. I'm rooting for him.
Well, we take top tower, we take a plate, and we extend that gold lead. Then we show up to the
Darkwings, 8 CS ahead.
Impact here is struggling in the 1v1 early against Dokla. Does lose his flash.
Yeah, greeted a little bit.
Impact had to use his flash early. Uh-oh.
Hasn't based, sitting on his TP. Also, Hambach pathing down, probably for this early
Where's
Drake.
Hambach?
He didn't do the Gromp. Instead, I mean, he would have to wait 40 seconds if he wanted to get the extra treat to get his empowered smite. So I think he's just going to clear these grubbies really quick and then not go for the upgraded smite scuttle play.
Yeah, I'm not going to go for that yet, for sure.
All right.
But we
Impact
will see
TP
where
back
he
to
heads
lane.
After, we're assuming recall, but Berserker may be going for
Uh-oh, no! Ah! Get here, Hambach! Hambach, get here! Hambach, come over here! Kill somebody, Hambach! Let's go, Hambach!
And that is an out of mana Lulu.
Let's go!
Barely avoids the Kazakhs W. But
let's go! He gets it too!
From Rahel, it's 2 kills for Sentinels. They're up 2,000 gold in 5 minutes.
Just like that, CS advantage. Top, jungle, mid, bot, support, and 2-0 on the scoreboard. It's the start they need for a complex.
Okay, Impact, you be careful. You don't have your flash. Well, here comes Hambach. Now, this is, I'm going to say, if they were me, I would have been very upset because Hambach is obviously going to be bot because the Drake is coming up. So for them to push that far once they had that little health, they shouldn't have been pushing that far forward once their health was that low.
That is huge for them.
So I'm going to say that was a big mistake by them, because where else is Hambach going to be when the Drake's spawning? There we go. They're trying to engage on us here. Wait. Yeah, you take that Scuttle Crab and leave, and then we take the Drake, and you just go. Okay, how did... Okay, I was going to say, how did Saint get a level ahead?
Traded back and forth. They have FlyQuest, DSG, and C9. So not the easiest opponents remaining either. DSG maybe an expected.
What are we doing, Hambach? Let's get ourselves out. Drake.
If you win here,
let's get this Drake, people. Come on.
Should get you to playoffs. So
let's get this Drake. Hambach, you're 1,000 gold ahead. Let's get ourselves out. Drake.
Maybe not mathematically locked or anything like
Where's
that.
he going?
Good chance. But if they lose,
why are we not taking the Drake yet? Do we not have bot push now after all that? We got a 2K gold lead.
because they're not going to be going to.
See, we need to be accelerating this. I'm a little annoyed right now because the whole point of this game is to get a lead, to get the Drakes to put a clock on them where they have to fight us, and us waiting 2 minutes to take the Drake. Hambach's not even near the Drake. What are we doing? Charlie, help me out here. Why are we not worrying about this Drake? Why did we spend all that time cruising around in their jungle instead of trying to get the Drake? Ooh. Whoa, wait a second. Oh. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. All right, now we can take the Drake.
After that early gank from Hambach, it looked like they had a window where they might have been able to potentially get a kill.
Hambach! Whoa! Double! What? Hambach! Help him! Hambach! Wait, what is happening? What is happening? No, Rel, you cannot die, Rel! No! Who you gotta... No! What are we doing?
Such a disadvantageous position. Lions bot lane.
Why was Hambach top? Somebody tell me why Hambach was top during all this. Why was Hambach top? Why was Hambach not bot taking Drake and keeping our bot lane snowballing?
The Lulu E, the heal, and the barrier.
But the whole point is we should be getting Drakes as fast as possible. This is the definition of not getting Drakes as fast as possible.
Especially with no Drake taken yet.
And now Berserker's got a 500 gold lead.
They were actually way down on HP, and they just recognized, hey, you went too far.
That was really a big mistake.
More consistent DPS.
That was such a big mistake. That was so greedy. Just take the dragon when they give it to you. Lion wasn't even trying to contest. Armeo was top. I'm not happy.
I always feel like those TPs are kind of silly because really it saves you like a second. You could just TP to the tower and then that never happens.
I completely agree. There's also that one time though they TP to the tower, they lose one minion, they don't have.
All right, we're gonna help Hambach take this this Drake. He's not taking the dragon. What are we doing? Oh my goodness, we are really trying to throw. We're just so much better from behind. I'm just saying it again.
And if you say okay, you get right side comp, left side comp.
No, but I'm saying when Armeo went top, Impact just need to play conservative. And then Rahel and Hui had already chunked out Berserker and Isles, so instead of pushing in them,
I mean, so Rahel has fourth shot, but then he takes a long time to reroll, is polymorphed. Look how long it takes for him to get any ammo back. So it's just a poor calculation by Rahel to take that all in, and really smart by Berserker and Isles.
We forgot that the Lulu could stop us. But I'm saying he didn't need to save Impact. See, look at Golden Glue. He's having the same reaction I had. I'm saying that was a window where Impact just needed to play cautious while Armeo's cruising around up there. We still haven't taken a Drake in 10 minutes. This is so good for them that we didn't take a Drake.
Rahel and Hui there because I feel like almost no one looks for that all-in angle.
I guess. Yeah.
Berserker was at 20% HP before the heal came in.
Berserker is like known for being crazy aggressive, and now they're getting the Drake? What are we doing? Oh my goodness, we've already thrown this lead. This is such a disaster. Charlie, tell me I'm wrong. How did we do this? How did we give them the Drake? Where was Hambach? Why did he go top? He didn't need to go top.
Feeling like Inspired Spirit is in this game.
Oh.
Inspired is not.
Hambach should not have been top. He should have been bot, getting the first dragon and putting a clock on them. They now have no clock.
You are going to have to deal with the polymorph potentially later on.
This is so good for them now. They're basically ahead. I'm so angry. Oh, we are better from behind.
What's going to happen is anytime you jump forward, you're going to get wild growth while you're in the air, and then you're going to get polymorphed out of it. You can't really
no, but Alex Caruso, I'm saying that Impact just plays safe. He doesn't have to help him. But of course, Hambach is like, all right, I'm an assassin.
2,000 gold ahead of his counterpart.
Okay, so Hambach, now you just got to take over the game then. Since you didn't bother with dragons, you got to kill everybody. Because we don't have the dragon
this beast of a Kha'Zix is in
timer on them.
Game and he's starting 31 CS up and 2 kills. I feel like you think he's going to carry the game, but in organized play with Lion tier team fighting, I think it's going to be a lot harder. Hambach has not prioritized objective control, instead prioritized the objective of getting himself gold. And we'll see if he's able to carry this.
Yeah, no, that was, like I said, that first Drake, we just needed to grab. Again, I don't know what he was doing.
Because at some point he finds him in a side lane, he's dead.
Exactly, Blake X Max. That's what I'm talking about. Is how is that a thing? All right, boom. All right, Darkwing's got a kill. That's good. Now Darkwings is gonna get a plate too here.
But again, as you're saying, in organized play, it's so different. The coordination and the CC.
Yes, he got the plate. He got the kill. All right. But yeah, you know, it is the thing that drives me a little crazy about our team is they are great from behind, but from ahead sometimes we're a little scattered, like against Shopify last week.
The gold lead went from over 2K down to 1,500 and then back up to 3,500.
I can gank. Yeah. He do flash.
He's dead. He's just dead. Now that was clean, but we got to keep playing clean. So we got to at least, if we're not going to take Drakes, then we just have to get so far ahead in gold that it doesn't matter, that we just win any fight.
So Hambach had essentially full cleared his jungle, ran top, killed Dokla, but then as that happened,
now Rahel should be able to now neutralize this Berserker gold lead.
To the Kazakhs, then mid lane dies. So it wasn't just Hambach running around and getting kills. It was the entire top side of line also not getting gold during that time period. And it's really blown this game open. This would be unplayable if not for the 2 kills on Berserker.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's still a very, very difficult position.
The 2 kills they shouldn't have had is the only reason they're still alive in the game.
And now Hui is back towards top side again. Sentinels doing a good job pushing this game.
Has
been completely
wait, are they going to get this bot turret right now?
He soaks some lane experience from the minions, but Hambach is already level 11.
Hambach is level 11. Impact is level 12, but they're going to get this turret here.
Going to be a real problem, but
they're going to get this turret. Berserker's getting more gold. They're taking the first turret. We're just really, their macro is definitely outplaying us.
And they do beat out Impact and claim that first tower. Well, Dokla's just playing safe.
See, Berserker's got 1,000 gold lead on Rahel.
Even more minions, so Dokla is getting starved pretty heavily.
I mean, we are doing a good job of least denying Dokla. Here we go again, Sane! Wait, is this a replay or is this live? Is this live or a replay?
In the mid lane, and he is dead. It's nearly a 3,000 gold lead for the Kazakhs.
And he's just going to continue to run around the map.
Oh, wait. Hui's stunned Isles. And now Rahel. Oh, you got to hit the next one. Wait, look out. Here comes our move.
They're trying to buy some time. Does pillar out Hambach.
Oh, my God.
But they're going to have to give up the bot lane tower. They're going to have to give up jungle camps. This is just completely out of control. Sentinels are
nice. Here we go. Here we go, Rahel. Nice. Snowball.
Armeo is still sitting
Let's snowball
on his hatchling. He hasn't hatched his smite yet. We're 15 minutes into the game.
Let's snowball this thing.
That is crazy.
Objective
all right.
are available soon.
Hambach is 3,200 gold ahead. I will partially forgive him for not getting that first Drake. But, oh, that's a replay of Darkwings not dying?
Was going for Darkwings. That was the trade of flashes that was on the screen. Berserker might have had him, but the flash response was there, of course, and that does let him get away. And
yeah, we are bullying Saint. That is key. I did predict that Darkwing's best mid-lane champion is Victor.
Berserker's missing flash and ulti, so that's going to make it tough for him to follow up.
Yeah, my only point was we just need to force them to fight us fast so that we can really snowball our advantage. And that's the only challenge, is they can just try and avoid us and scale, but hey.
It's still going to be that waiting game. At this point, you're kind of just hunting bounties, as Darkwings does have one and no flash.
Yep, no flash.
We don't want a team fight. Oh no, I praise Darkwings and then he immediately gets picked in the side lane. But wait, Hui, you weren't there in time.
And they are going to have still a lot of time to chill and scale because Sentinels took no early drive.
See? Chill and scale.
Here at 16 minutes. So
chill and scale.
Don't keep chain dying. They do still
oh, here we go, Armeo! Look out, Armeo! There's a guy coming for your soul! Okay.
Asserting his dominance as
Hambach.
Back to base.
Yeah. Oh wait, the Kazakhs is behind me. I want none of this smoke. Just get me out immediately.
Okay, it's a 5K gold lead, but we have to keep the tempo up. That's the key to this game, is we have to keep the tempo up.
But he has a 2-item Yunara. And kind of nothing else. Everything else he needs to play around. This is all on Berserker Isles, it really feels like.
What you're telling me is they might need a little bit more gas. So they should go to the Gas South Arena in Atlanta,
All right, here we go.
Georgia, from October 3rd to 4th.
Now let's drive that Herald right into the mid lane turret.
Still don't think it is, but it's maybe slightly hotter. And I still believe we will see them, even though they're struggling in this series.
It's true. All gas, no breaks for Hambach this game, for sure.
Sometimes the problem with that is when you don't have breaks, there's a wall in front of you. Sometimes you run right into it and you die, which could happen in one team fight here for LYON. They got a lot of time to scale. They are grouping up, they are pushing in, and they are still getting a lot of farm on their carries. 10 CS per minute for Saint, and above that. They have their gold, and they are going to be
like I said, we have a timer on us.
I need to check on this.
So we have to keep. See, if they just roam around as 5, it kind of neutralizes. So we have to keep finding advantages.
Still very impressive.
See, like, I want to already be using this Rift Herald.
Dark Wings and Impact mostly just
we need the double Rift Herald.
The team fighting start.
Yeah, I mean, his teammates are poor boys, but Dokla is scaling.
Shadow Pug, I will look at it tomorrow. I was out of town last week.
Exactly, he just got that first Ornn upgrade, and so every level coming in now, he's going to be having those upgraded items for his team, which is an additional 1K or so in stats, so is pretty powerful.
So, like, if we were on, like, Soul Point here in 2 minutes, that would really change the dynamic of this game.
And honestly, they could even go up the next dragon if they feel like it's that difficult of a situation, which is going to buy them a ton of time.
Is someone going to ride this Rift Herald?
Pillar will be there to answer it, so a bit of a bold drop. As
why is he dropping it with, oh, he's like, I'm going to kill him. He's not going to be able to get a pillar out. He did get his pillar out. But hey. Wait a second!
The curtains are going to get called.
Wait a second! Why did he drop the Rift Herald right in front of the Trundle, who has the ability to put a pillar down to stop the Rift Herald? The Rift Herald barely got any damage on that turret there. Not happy.
Gonna call the Ornn horn down.
Here comes Hambach!
Hambach is there. The rest of the team isn't really with
no, Hambach's just here to chase, scare him away.
To do about nothing. Traded out, but
guys,
not gonna be able to get the kill. They do defend their mid lane tower though, and keep that gold about where it was.
I think that was just a nice defense overall.
That was a mistake again.
Work through kind of a full cycle of ultimates from Sentinels, Curtain Call, and Equalizer both being used. Not even lose their turret. Also absorb the Rift Herald.
Well, all the gold lead is on Impact and Hambach.
Use a huge number of minions on either the top or the bot lane.
And so we need Hambach to be killing people every 2 minutes, or else the game just fading away.
Now completed. Impact working in towards that Zonia, so he's going to have that up and available over Hell. Did go for the Ghost Blade, now has that collection.
Dropping the Rift Herald right in front of the Trundle, who has a pillar that can stop the Rift Herald. Never a great play, but okay.
And does have that Ardent Sensor Lulu to buff him up, so he's of course even stronger than he's showing, and you're expecting the Dokka will give him his first upgrade here that he's going to have ready in another wave or two. As he
Hambach with a 4K gold lead, but he's got to keep snowballing it. We got to keep rolling it, Hambach. Come on!
In defense of our main, you got 3 losing lanes, you got blind pick Trundle, and then the other jungler went full solo queue, ignored objectives, and played Kha'Zix to play for your camps. So it's kind of what happens. I think it's very difficult to actually play Trundle in this game. It's just about, he's only died once.
Look out, Huhi! They're waiting for you! Nice. Huhi's like, ha! I smelled you out there, brah.
I completely agree. It's a very difficult position to be in. Even if you have a decent jungle matchup, if you have 3 losing lanes, it is very hard to play the game, and at pro level, even more so. And then
we still didn't get that mid lane turret. We should have dropped the Herald the second we got it, because the Trundle wasn't there. Sometimes junglers, in my opinion, because what do I know? I do feel like sometimes junglers are way too optimistic about the Rift Herald, and then they end up getting almost nothing for it, which is what we got. We got 1 plate.
And I think this dragon will just be seeded as they continue to play the side lanes. Grab as much farm.
All right, we're going to get this. We're going to get this Drake. Nice. Okay, now we're going to get the mid turret. We got the dragon. Now, could we actually get the bot turret too here? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Whatever. Whatever, bro.
Saint arrives here. Can't really find much of anything. Again, it is just
see, the gold lead is still 6K, but hey.
Gold lead extends ever so slightly above 6K.
And one Drake closer to Soul Point. Pick that up at the
That's
start.
the problem. We
Our
can't
Mega
get the Soul
Flash
till 32
literally came
minutes.
off cooldown. I would actually imagine that Sentinels was probably calling no flash Trundle, thinking that that was going to be a kill before he was able to flash to safety. And then Saint, weirdly enough, probably just wants that teleport back because I don't think that play was going to continue, and he could have continued to collect plays.
Thank you for the TP, Saint.
Maybe thought that they were going to be overcommitting, you know, looking for a dive.
See, now is when
hitting a shockwave and turning it, but either way,
I don't mind us baiting them to Baron and then killing them. See, this is what we have to be better about, which we've never done this year, is when we're ahead by a lot, to use Baron as bait to force them to come fight us.
And now he upgrades towards that Zonia, so his Zonias will be
That Alex Caruso, yes, I will be at Worlds if SEN makes it, and probably even if we don't make it. But now we should be using the Baron as a bait, since we've got the 4K gold lead Cossacks to assassinate the people when they show up for the fight.
Berserker basket where they belong, but it's going to get interrupted, and out comes the equalizer. Dokla has the steering charge away to safety, so that will get interrupted, and he will have to try once more to upgrade that Ornn item.
Yeah. Ask Berserker, did you put it in the right slot? Slot 1? Yes, okay. Upgrade.
There you go.
And they got it. They did it successfully. Mechanic executed. 103 attack damage from the Super Infinity Edge.
Yeah, that's a lot of extra stats here. Extra AD as the Cossacks going to get found on the side.
The Cossacks!
Jump to safety, shielded up there by Huhi.
Nice play, Hui. Keep him alive. You got to keep Hambach alive. If Hambach is dead, we're actually behind. Tarek, yeah, he's been grinding the watch parties for 4 years now, and just got to a place where it wasn't as much fun, and he just needed a little break to refresh, rejuvenate, kind of find his joy in the gaming space again.
Meaning this top lane advantage is right alongside that jungle lead. Yeah, it's pretty much the whole lead.
We're a partner team in League, so we didn't buy a franchise spot.
Pretty hard at 24 minutes into the game to look at the jungler who's...
And in Valorant, there were no buy-ins. All right, we have a 7K gold lead. Come on, people. We have to snowball.
But if you're focusing Drake's, Soul is coming up in like a minute. Whereas now we're 7 minutes away, and by 31 minutes, Berserker's probably 4 items. I think everyone has their ornaments. It feels like it's still going to be difficult for that. But I'd also say, like, Hambach probably isn't 4,000 gold up if he focuses the dragon, so it's a chicken or the egg.
Yeah, but I'm saying Lion doesn't even have to worry about that dragon, because by the...
Sentinels lose this game, I think they'll look back and say, okay, how could we have pressured Soul faster?
Yes, which is what I said at that time!
When every play you do works, but you lose the game. Being able to evaluate, was this the correct?
It's traumatizing when I have better macro, but hey,
and have worked really, really well.
I don't have the mechanics, but my macro is good.
And Soul's too late and it bought too much time. Well, maybe that was the wrong choice. It's really hard to know though, because we'd be in a world where Armeo probably has way more gold and is way more relevant if he wasn't put so far down. So it's always interesting. Hambach again on the sides with
Hambach. Hambach's looking to 1v5. Here he comes. Hambach's like, who do I try and kill here? Not sure why Rahel uses ult there to chip people down.
They are now 7.6k ahead. Ornaments or not, this gold lead is getting worse and worse and worse here for Lion. They're just group 5 trying to force. And now there is no equalizer, there is no curtain.
Where is Victor? Wait, where's Victor?
Rahel is gonna get knocked down as well. That's 2 quick kills.
Rahel is dead. What is happening?
Darkwing's incredibly low, does fall. Dokla and
we're all dead. They're getting the Baron. What are we doing?
Bounties for everyone, but mainly Berserker playing that.
Berserker, what are we doing? Guys. What were we doing? Darkwings wasn't with us and we're fighting them.
Berserker.
This is what we are so bad at. We do this every time we have a lead.
Equalizer, he just came back up. He's gonna drop it. He is level 16, but I don't think there's a real angle.
Wait a second. Is anyone else alive? No. This is so painful to watch. Where's the coach cam?
And that is this game.
GG. That is back-to-back throws, and this was a throw that we saw happening. Like when Hambach did not take that first Drake.
So Darkwings is top, and then Lion says,
why is Darkwings top, and why are we engaging if Darkwings is top? Darkwings, where are you? You haven't even TP'd yet. You're going to get her just in time to watch your teammates die, and then you die. You showed up for the 3v5.
Full shutdown for his own Orianna,
and now they're getting the Drake. This game is over.
Delayed until at least 37 minutes.
It's not delayed. This game is over.
That is all the time in the world for Berserker.
Oh, we're so good at coming back. We're not great at playing with the lead.
I feel like they've already been outscaled at this point.
This game is over.
Lost fight. I mean, it was really well played by LYON.
Look at Berserker's damage.
Didn't respect it. You know, not only is it
what were we doing?
Which is a really big deal.
We play so much better when we're behind.
Equalizer and curtain call and everything on the previous wave, and LYON spent nothing.
Why did we use the Jhin ult on the prior fight? I do not understand.
Powerful teamfight ults. Yep. And you still are 4v5. We're just gonna dive you. Yeah, we're not a true tank with Orin. Orin can just tank up the tower. Trundle can take up the tower. They don't care at all. And so that was really well played. I mean, Doku just marks the cause.
Now Berserker's got a 23-0 gold lead, and Berserker is their best carry.
A 4,000 gold lead for Kha'Zix, who looks like he might be heading towards a defeat screen. We'll see if he can turn things around, who he's going to get caught out. But
Hambach, you stopped assassinating people.
Down that top lane tier 1 gold lead.
Hambach's gold lead has not moved in the last 10 minutes, and that's the whole point of Kha'Zix. If you're going to play Kha'Zix like this and you're not going to get the dragons, then you got to keep assassinating people.
You know, if Kha'Zix can one-shot the Yunara, hey, you can win the game, but that is going to be really hard to play.
Yeah, and you can see it's not like LYON has won a bunch of team fights.
Where's the coaches cam? I want to see how. I want to. Well, to be fair, FN ridden. LYON hasn't lost a map without Inspired, including 2-0ing Cloud9 and FlyQuest.
But they had heal barrier back and decided to all in. And it was that.
Was it Cloud9 and FlyQuest? No, not Cloud9. They've 2-0'd FlyQuest without Inspired. They haven't dropped a map until we beat them map 1, game 1.
Was pretty far ahead of Saint, but Saint got the Kha'Zix shut down as well as that mid turret, and now it's not just the Yunara. The Orianna has also scaled.
Hambach, you gotta kill somebody.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. And this Orin behind gold or not,
the Berserker is just gonna take over the game. It's over.
LDR done for Rahel, but he went Ghostblade Collector into LDR. So
I'm just gonna sit back and wait for game 3.
Hex Optics, LDR, IE 3 items. This is.
Look at the gold now. They outscale us. We both have 2 dragons. And the gold lead is only 2K, and now Baki is just dead. Okay, this is so traumatizing. I am so tilted. Can we go back in time and someone explain to me why Hambach didn't just go take the Drake instead of going top? That's how Berserker got ahead, was when Hambach was strolling top while Berserker got 2 kills.
So this is going to be so hard.
It's over. Game's just over. The game is just over.
For 95% of this game, but the polymorph is there. Another kill goes to Berserker. Dokla is just laughing in Rahel's face, flashes in on him, forces the flash out. Berserker flashing in, looking for another kill. Can't quite get it, but does get the Nexus.
That is just so dumb.
As they showcase their talent in the team fight and send us to game 3.
Cheeky smile by Armeo. I gotta say, they got the delay of game penalty in game 1. They delayed game 2 as well. They were practicing lounge. What do you think of that?
I think delay to win is the name of the game right there. They didn't need that extra ban.
Yeah, no. I did love the Rhett Vern to like hyper carries for Berserker. Yep. This is what he's been doing his entire career. Cast already pointed out, and I'm glad that they did, but Isles Lulu is actually like people always make fun of me. I know you won't because we've had this discussion. People always make fun of me being like, this player is really good at Lulu, unironically.
Hey, supports matter.
And he is.
Yeah.
But Raz, I know you have some. It was the comeback team fights were like so sparse.
Those were ridiculous.
Just very well chosen with a scaling comp.
We're so used to the Sentinels back that I forgot that LYON is capable of it.
If you're gonna play Kha'Zix, then you gotta snowball the dragons, and he for some reason forgot that was an important part of that game.
Position where like a lot of the early plays are working out well for them now.
Like here we go. We're off to a spectacular start. Let's go back in time.
That didn't work. Why did it not work?
What do you mean that's not what you do? You have to take the early Drake so that they have to come fight you. If Hambach had been,
before you died, you know what? I'm a little petty.
Well, he stopped ganking lanes though.
Wow.
No, I said I don't want to team fight them.
The lane was good.
I just want to get the dragon, soul. Either way, we didn't do either of those things, Charlie.
Not bad.
We didn't do
Wave's
either
coming
of those
in us.
things.
Maybe
We
we can
just
freeze it.
stopped.
Maybe we can freeze it. Oh, that's a bug. And he squashed both of us. So
Yeah, usually you're squashing the bug, not the other way
But
around.
why are we not taking the dragon?
That was a sick,
Charlie, we did lose, so don't tell me this was the better
I'd
strategy.
like to continue to talk positives about specifically Impact putting down Dokla, getting him really low. But Hambach had an amazing early game.
Yeah, he's playing Kha'Zix against Trundle, but he didn't. But he stopped having a great game after early
The
game.
snowball from there. Now let's talk about the clapback, specifically Berserker. Berserker had an incredible game, and I want to bring it back a little bit because even after losing the early 2v2, they're like, let's roll that one back.
This is the game right here. See, but this is my point. If Hambach was down here, then we would kill them both again. That's right, I disagree with you, Charlie. If Hambach was down there, we would have killed Berserker again and taken the Drake. But instead, he's not here, and Berserker kills both of us. And then Berserker's off and running. And that's who takes over the game.
You out of ammo. Oh my god. And then he pops ulti and runs him down. And Emily, you are right. Like Isles and Berserker.
Where's
the best duo, in my
Hambach?
opinion, is definitely Lulu and Yunara.
Yeah.
It's so well practiced.
Yes, we lost badly.
And then finding that angle was great.
We had a 7K gold lead, and then we didn't do anything again.
Losing with it in the LCS, they were the only duos I was like, these two get the Lulu license.
Yeah. Yeah. Now look at this play.
Yes, but I'm saying if Hambach was bot lane to snowball Rahel and the bot lane instead of... Oh, here we go again, Darkwings. This turret is useless when we all die, Darkwings!
People were on this. And Armeo and Berserker, they all just dive straight on towards Huhi and Rahel, and they chunk them at this point. And it's such a massive goal lead.
There's nothing more painful than when you teleport in. The same thing happened to us last week. We have a fight starting without our player there. He TPs in just in time for 2 people to die, and then you die too when you arrive.
Sentinels use Gen ulti and all these resources.
Lucky Collins shop, that's exactly what happened last week.
Then that play comes through. You're like, well, you don't have your mid laner. I don't see the bug again, and that's 3 people under turret. We can just go straight for the dive.
Yeah. I also think a huge part of that is how, to the Yunara Lulu license point, Berserker could play so far up, right? He's taking turret shots, he's taking damage. It does not matter because he knows and can trust that he has Isles in his back pocket, right?
Yeah.
And Berserker, in my opinion, is at his best when he can play this aggressively, right? And I'm not saying it's just on hyper carries, because obviously we do know that he's good at the Yunara, he's good at the Zeri, he's good at the Aphelios, but it's the fact that whenever he is being buffed, it can play so aggressively with something like a Lulu in his back pocket, you know he's going to be taking advantage of it.
Oh, what you doing, Raz? What's happening over here? Is it gold graph?
I'm going to take a question mark off this
Oh,
one.
wait, what? I didn't even know that came off.
Yeah,
That was
question mark
a
right
mid-tier 1 turret dive.
That's what happened.
Yeah,
That's what happened. Player of the
that
game,
is-
Berserker, everyone did.
Unanimous.
Yeah, it's got to be unanimous. I mean, that was a crazy carry performance right there, and it's back to the hyper carries for Berserker. After playing the Cassiopeia, like you had been kind of mentioning for game number 1, still bringing out the mages, but now we see what he can do on the carries.
And I feel bad because I do want to bring up the point that I actually, a Berserker getting 84% of the vote.
Fans
chat.
agree, base chat.
Good job.
Berserker barrage.
Is that, I don't think Cassiopeia, I think his Cassiopeia game was also
It was also great.
And I think it is to his credit that on a patch where it's just us, LEC, and CBLOL that have played in Tier 1, right? Mages have been played 4 times. They're now 1 in 3.
Ooh.
However, I'm not blaming the fourth game, the 3rd loss, the Cassio, right?
Sounds like
because I do think I'm not. I'm saying that I really appreciate Berserker for having that also in his arsenal, right? And I feel like.
By the way, they also said we should have drafted Kiana, Charlie. Don't you think Kiana would have been the better way to go versus Kha'Zix, which is such a solo queue champion that if you don't end the game at 20 minutes, you can't win?
That in your toolbox, it just gives you so much more draft flexibility.
No, my point, Exilent, was if he was down bot to try and take the dragon, he would have been there to cover when Rahel and who he got engaged on. He would have been bot.
This is a pretty standard draft before like the mages crept their way into the
The
bot
casters really wanted us to draft Kiana, and he drafted Kha'Zix, and he popped off, and we lost. So that's not really a great thing.
He shields Berserker, but Wild Growth.
It is the one problem in drafts when you're the coaches. You are a little bit of a victim if your player just says, "Give me this champion, and I will carry for you." He did carry, but we lost. So which is better, to win or to carry?
He's only played it once thus far in his career, but you can see now he's 50%. But you can see why they did give him that pick. I didn't believe in it still because I did just think that Lions draft like outscales.
Yeah.
But I understand looking at him and being like, we know he can play this. We know he can continuously invade, farm our Mayo's camps, punish it well enough. So not blaming him or the Kha'Zix for the loss either.
I am.
Either way, it's going to be a 1-to-1 score on the scorecard.
No, and we drafted it knowing their team comp. That's where the caster's like, wait, with Lulu, why are you taking Kha'Zix? All right. We won game 1 and then had a 7K gold lead game 2. That same thing happened last week in Shopify, basically. Darkwings, where are you? Darkwings, you're too late!
Look, Victor. Can you look here, look here. I don't have ult. One HP. Nice.
And please, I need to get out of this game. Please. This is like Korean Soul.
Armeo was so happy. He's like, I'm getting trolled this game. Get me out of here.
It's a big comeback from Lion as they showcase their talent in the team fight and send us to game 3.
Look at Golden Glue. See, he gets as angry as I do in the game. Look at him. He's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? The coach cam. By the way, Sean. Note to Sean. Here's the piece of content you need to create. You need to go get every coach's cam of Golden Glue and just connect it to the highlight he's reacting to. That, my friend, is a banger piece of content because Golden Glue reacts even more than I do. And he actually knows what he's thinking. He actually understands the game to even know how stupid it is. We'd make a dumb mistake. So that's the content you need. Just match up Golden Glue's reaction and the highlight together. Because Golden Glue is having the same sort of reaction I'm having. Let's lock in game 3. I don't even know what that means, Sleeping Snipes, because when we're ahead, we really do not know how to close the game out. When we're behind or even, we're much better at having a good fight. But when we're ahead, we just have not shown our ability. AJ Rivas, yes, Golden Glue, me, you, we're all yelling at the screen, going, what are we doing? Exilent, the only problem is when we've done that in the past, kind of like there, where you had 3 losing lanes. Our problem is we don't have the patience to wait until 25 minutes. We always start fighting. So that is the one problem with our team's mentality is they're not really the scale and we'll ignore them for 25 minutes and not engage. We're all go forward always. So it's a little hard when that's your mentality. It's like, for instance, Charlie, tell me I'm wrong. I would have liked that. Oh, you're saying you don't want to fight them. But I'm saying if we baited them with Baron, couldn't Kha'Zix then have killed somebody when they walked up?
Sentinels really were going to close it out. They were nearly 8,000 gold up on Lion, and then one team fight, it's all over.
That was the story of game 2.
Same thing happened last week where we got into a fight and our TP comes in after 2 people are dead. So you get there just in time to die.
Hell gets like 2,500 gold to bounties from one team fight, carries that game. Then Lion does a classic pick-me scaling everywhere. They fall, I think at one point 9,000.
Not 9, 8.
At 25 minutes. And then
all according to plan.
The game was won in sub 30.
Yep.
Because they won the team fight mid, immediately won another team fight bot, and then pushed to end. So, like, I guess the feedback there is let's just make sure Berserker can carry us until we can get inspired back in Mexico City.
I mean, Berserker
Berserker was looking very...
Yeah, I didn't really understand that Jin ult right before we all died, of why he just kind of threw his ult into their team when they weren't low. Like, isn't the whole point of that Jin ult to finish somebody?
That is one of the most...
So if they're all full health, what does the Jin ult even do?
In League of Legends, I think, is just like, you see someone go for a play, and it doesn't look like it was mechanically impressive, and you're like, well, why did it work? It's because they saw an angle that no one else saw, right? And that is something that I really kind of had hammered home for me when I had a kick where I was playing Tryndamere, right? I was playing a lot of Tryndamere.
Yeah.
And Tryndamere has like no mechanics. This champion is so simple. And I was really kind of like, okay, well, what really is the difference between the best Tryndamere player in the world and me, right? Because I can press the buttons in the same way. And the more I watch, the more I realize, oh my God,
we switched sides this time.
These dive angles that like I wouldn't have even tried, right? Like I wouldn't even realize. And it's like, oh, well, this guy is at exactly 85% HP and on this level.
Actually, they switched sides because we took first pick and they took blue.
And it's just like, that to me is how it felt watching that Berserker.
All right, Nocturne, another champion where you got to get ahead and then you got to snowball because Nocturne is equally useless when you get into 5v5 team fighting.
To even attempt to play, let alone pull it off.
Ooh, we might see a Shyvana from Armeo into the Nocturne as well, but I completely agree. I mean, that's how I used to feel on Old Udyr. Have you ever played that? A little bit less intense than Tryndamere.
I played Old Udyr a little bit.
He literally just waddled around, had no blinks. So it was only
Sleeping Snipes, neither do I.
You win and where you lose. And if you did, you could do very well in the game. Game's evolved since then, for sure.
But it's like new.
I definitely preferred their bot lane to ours, but what do I know?
No mechanics, basically. Have these crazy mastery curves, which is basically the more games you play, the better you perform on the champion. Because
hopefully Sync can make one of those horrible rise ults that we've been seeing sweeping the LCS.
A little bit of like just overall League of Legends mastery curve too with those champions. But it's like it's not like Yunar is an easy champion. Berserker has all the mechanics, but then they also have that understanding. So.
Exactly. That's what makes Berserker Berserker and us. As we're talking about.
All right, here we go, Caitlyn Bard. It's
time comes for everyone.
It's retro week.
On, Old Udyr.
That's big.
Rank 42 on the ladder at the end of the season. You know.
Huge. All right,
something.
Caitlyn and Bard for Sentinels here. Let's catch up on the draft.
Nocturne, Caitlyn, Bard. We're going old school.
You do expect to see a lot of dive.
I think the Fearless draft is awesome, but it makes it so complicated. Like, for the coaches of how you map out what a day is going to look like, you just have no idea.
As we know, Arise gets very tanky as well and can play through those side lanes.
But what is owner's win rate on Nocturne, Charlie?
I mean, I'd expect Hambach to go the standard Nocturne build, Hexblade into Stridebreaker into GA.
Yeah, I like Rahel on Caitlyn and Hambach on Nocturne. But again, he's just got to keep going in. That's the whole point of Nocturne, is it has to go in and dive the back line of the other team, or else once you get to... was it owner, Charlie, or was it the rookie? Don't talk to me about T1 if it wasn't owner. Is owner back, or is the rookie still playing?
Different assassins come out, and he is very good at that style.
It was? All right.
May just be setting up for
spell check. He only sat up for one game or two?
Which I do quite like. I think it's a reasonable matchup into the Rise and a great pairing with the Nocturne. You don't see the Annie coming. It is hard to react to the Tippers, and so that is kind of the thought process there. PTA Azir also really becoming quite meta, and even some PTA Dusk and Dawn Azir is getting pretty popular these days as well, so that is going to be taken away from Dark Wings.
Saw Zinni do it yesterday, but the big catalyst for all that was just the Azir buffs, right? 15 damage at rank 1 on his Q, and it keeps that damage buff throughout all
time, baby.
Ability.
Gotta get that Azir buff in.
Whew, I missed him, man, so much. I really love seeing Azir. I'm glad he's back.
I don't know if you heard my whole crap about Corki.
Corki's Azir is less offensive than Corki.
Exactly.
Because he at least has the swoop in.
The swoop is the package.
It's the package.
Yeah. Imagine Azir with no swoop.
He'd be Corki.
He'd be Corki.
Wait, what champion is that? What is he trolling? How do I not recognize that icon?
Most boring champion in pro play.
Yeah,
I think Sivir's also extremely boring.
It is. But
that was a good counter by me.
Looks cooler because I think spell shield moments can be cool, and also just like.
All right, Misfortune versus Caitlyn.
If you block, like,
We had such a traumatizing Misfortune game against Team Liquid in the spring split. I don't think we'll ever play it again. Or was it against FlyQuest in the playoffs? Whenever we played it, we just got rolled. We'll never play it again.
Honestly, it just came out. It wasn't really a practice thing. Just my rage for Corki built up.
All right, here we go.
It came out. We're going to have Hui as the answer here for Dark Wings.
And Doka locks Corki top.
We got MF Nautilus. A throwback combo here. Very combo-based. Berserker not going to be able to carry in the same way. Not that he can't carry on the MF, but this is a champion that and we will see where Doka wants to go. We have seen his Swain a couple times, and it is very good against dive, but there really isn't that much dive on this comp. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised by what
Lucky Colin Shop. We're really trying.
We were seeing a very different comp, right? We have Caitlyn Hui. This is like a siege comp.
It's a poke comp.
It's like a siege comp with a Nocturne randomly in there, because it is really good at controlling space when you do a trap.
Random Nocturne.
Drop, I can't even remember the name of the ability because it's a million per way, but basically you drop the little eye on the ground that roots you when you walk through. So it's really good at controlling space. But who's going in with Nocturne? Nocturne press alt and goes in, and then what flashes out?
The longest range Hui ability, Severing Bolt. Yep, that's what's going in with him. He's going in with Severing Bolt and ace in the hole if no one is in the way.
Yeah, and maybe Xante's in there, but...
I do feel like that happens a lot when you first pick Nocturne, because so much of draft still is just based off of response to lane matchups.
Yeah.
So they just ended up picking things that didn't dive well with the Nocturne as a response to the other things that they had to see in the draft. And I think it's kind of interesting on both sides, right? Berserker goes from that Yunara Lulu game to MF, which I've definitely seen him carry with before because they can be so dominant in lane phase and can control space in team fights, but it just doesn't have the same outplay potential as he would have had in the last game. So we're in for an interesting game 3 here.
Yeah, it will be interesting. I'm going to be curious to see how effective, Hanbok can be. I just feel like there's just a million plug-and-play AD junglers. So if Nocturne doesn't fit the bill, I mean, Nocturne is a strong jungler, has a great invade, has fast clear, but if you don't have dive buddies, I just feel like it's really hard to play in team fights. And I just feel like you can plug in almost any other AD jungler and then have a better chance of success, right? There's just so many of them in the game right now.
Yeah.
Again, they do not like the Hanbok jungle pick.
So
they were right on the last game.
To that as well. I got the name of your Hui Eye. It is Gaze of the Abyss. It is the EW.
Charlie hated the Nocturne before we took the rest of our team. By the time we took the rest of our team, Charlie really hated the Nocturne pick.
The QE, that's Rumble Ult. I don't know what it's actually called.
Yep, Molten Fissure.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. I know there's the QQ is the little kind of like you shoot it out. There's a bolt.
Devastating fire.
There's Severing Bolt is QW. Like I know all the abilities. There's just too many names and they're not even cool. So I didn't have to learn them.
Yeah, I had a period of time where I thought I should just become a Hui guy because he's actually quite easy mechanically and it's just a knowledge gap. Like once you can get in your brain like, oh, I just want this ability available to me. I feel like the skill shots are not super hard. He can wave clear really well. He can still, like his ult is just like one of the simplest ults in the game still. You just throw it out at someone and it blows up.
I love simple ults.
About, like good Huis are the
yeah, when Nocturne's behind, it is tough.
That's the biggest mechanic test of Hui, which I could never pass, so I dropped it.
Because when you're in a 5v5 team fight, that's not really where the Nocturne does its best work, other than, as you said, turning off the lights. But that didn't work last week against Shopify. Turned off the lights just as Contract stole the Baron.
It's kind of testing different skills here. Yep. As Dark Wings has been, to me, doing really well overall throughout this year. 4 Sentinels has been a pleasant surprise. As Dokla in some trouble here, getting put very low by Impact, but does get the level up, and Impact is low on mana, so Impact just going to take the reset here and go back to base. But Impact on a tank could mean good things here for Sentinels. Obviously, very famous.
No Impact!
See if he can have a little bit better
Impact! He needed to take another step. Said Dokla's backing before him, even though Impact started his base 10 seconds faster.
But Dokla's stats have just been better. Goal difference 14, CSD at 14, XP difference, as well as getting not that much help from his own jungle. So, been doing an exceptional job.
Yeah, Thanatos obviously is known as the best laning top laner in the league and has been for quite some time. But I will say he has been much less dominant in his 1v1.
Where's Hambach? Okay, Hambach is cruising down here.
But I have felt like, whether it is an intentional
Hambach? Nope, he's just basing.
Or what it is.
Hambach's coming back. Okay, come on, Hambach, die Berserker. Oh, here we go. All right, they stayed too long. Come on, Hambach, you got this. He stayed too long.
He blocked the hook.
Oh.
It's going to be okay for Isles, and at the end of the day, it's even trade.
They both supports both flashed.
Into the aftershock of Isles, so they couldn't do any damage before he get back into turret range, and now he could be.
Are we really going to get our base canceled again? What are we doing? Why are we so lazy on our recalls?
Saint being very annoying there. They will spot him, but I don't think they have any more.
Guys. Really kind of torturing me right now. Nothing that drives me crazier than the lazy recall or the ambitious recall, where you're like, I'll step one step past vision. The guy takes a step and sees you.
More than that, as Dokla has pushed on top side now, so would be there to support Armeo if needed. Looks like Hambach will be able to just grab the Raptors, and we'll just lose that one camp for his trouble. I think it was worth a look for sure. Had a good angle on that wraparound, but played well enough there by Berserker and Isles that doesn't end up being much of anything.
Yeah, now he's got some free time. Gonna try for a Raptor invade. So knowing his Krugs were stolen, he knows if Armeo wants to full clear down, that he's not gonna be able to defend these Raptors, and that's really where you're gonna counter it. And everyone's on top of this game. That's why Isles is here to check. But
come on, let's kill Isles!
He can't defend.
Yeah, Isles being
goodbye, Isles.
Annoying, trying to reset, buy some time, so he kind of pulls the camp to the side.
Whatever.
Reset as Hambach arrives, but of course, it is too little, it is too late. Armeo was just kind of clearing top to bot, so we'll lose one camp for one camp, and not that big of a deal on either side, as the gold lead very, very slightly in the favor of Lion.
So one of the reasons that was more important is because of the smite upgrade when your treat reaches 20 charges. If they don't steal those Raptors, Armeo could have continued to clear down, and he'd have an upgraded smite for that top Scuttle Crab or that Drake. But now, since it was denied, he's likely going to wait until 5:30 to get the extra treat, smite the Krugs, and have his upgraded smite. That's why he reset after the Raptor.
Impact going all out. Dokla going to have to try to kite this one out. We'll see if he wants to go for a Q3 flash instead. Just uses the footwork, dashing forward, and Dokla has a dash of his own to answer. Back has to be a little bit careful because the public execution is ready, so he's just going to be going right back to base. Off the back of that is out of mana once again. And we can see some of the playoff scenarios here. If Sentinels win, it does knock Lion down to 99.5% chance to make playoffs, so they're going to be pretty worried about that. But of course, it is a pretty big jump for Sentinels. If they lose, they're about 70% as far as the math is concerned, so still very good odds to make playoffs. But would be
Lulu Losh, yes, we made a great comeback game 1 and then threw game 2, just like last week where we threw game 2. Can we kill him?
So Saint just holds onto the flash and is able to run out. Now
Hambach!
Dodges the severing bolt. In comes Hui. Darkwing's flashes.
Boom!
Hits him with the crushing maw. Grabs the first blood. Saint just gets everything in the kitchen sink thrown at him and eventually falls.
And the big thing there,
all right,
with
Darkwing's got the kill.
Able to avoid the damage of the Nocturne Q, but they just followed him over the wall. Still got the kill. Armeo still got the Drake. That's kind of the trade there. Is going to be a little bit of additional gold, but first Drake over to Lion.
It's quite nice for Darkwings. Grabs that first blood. Now up 750 gold.
Oh hey!
As a result.
Oh hey!
The wall might be enough to finish him off. One more auto would can't get in range. He limps away, barely surviving thanks to the heal as well as those Keeper Shrines.
Not even close. And a lot of power for Berserker right now, sitting on that BF sword and longsword compared to the
Blake X Max.
But with Dragon already being down,
Blake X Max. That's just one way to say it. It wasn't that we were at 90% of the game. We had a 7,500 gold lead.
It's really your only super expensive component. You're rushing in towards that BT, so being able to get that makes it pretty easy to grab everything else piecemeal, and you can see Lion sending their bot lane up towards top here, initiating that swap, as it will be Dokla heading back out on the map and going to be answering the Caitlyn down on that bottom side.
Yeah, and just as you were talking about the playoff percentages for Sentinels, just a reminder of their upcoming schedule. 2 games next week, FlyQuest and DSG. You really got to circle that DSG game as the biggest one, because that's likely the team that they would be competing with if they are to miss playoffs. DSG Dignitas still 0-4. 6 of the 8 teams make playoffs, and head-to-head tiebreakers are very important.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the most important game for them. But, I mean, if they win this one, very, very high chance they make playoffs.
Yeah, almost for sure, you'd think. And Sentinels here going to be starting up the Grubs. Armeos is in the area, has a level lead for now.
Darkwings, why did you stop coming over? All right, we're not going to contest. We just took one.
The one Grub take there for Hambach. Pretty standard stuff. It's going to be 2 for LYON, 1 there for Sentinels. But as long as you don't give over all 3, you're really just kind of not concerned.
Yep, and I feel like LYON ends up doing this a lot with MF, as they're more likely to move the MF pre-role quest completion for objectives like this, because you're a little bit extra fast, and then not to mention, Doku can put some pressure onto Rahel. It's going to delay the role quest, but does allow them to continue to secure objectives.
Yep, and MF is so strong at playing through mid lane. So once you get the BT, just Parker mid, move the Rise and the Ambessa out towards those side lanes, and you can play that 1-3-1 style pretty effectively as a result. Rahel down here on this bottom side, down about 400 gold. Of course, he's going to make some of that back once he does cash in on the cull. Has stayed safe, but was getting a little bit behind in that 2v2 to Isles and Berserker.
Pretty nice move there by Rahel, though, was able to interrupt Dokla's recall when they do the swap and the swap back. A lot of loss of tempo. That's a full wave that's going to be interrupted. So a very valuable play there by Rahel.
They lost this wave.
Extremely good spot in this lane.
See, LYON did the thing that I'm always complaining about, where you don't go to a safe spot and you try and save 2 seconds and you cost yourself 7.
I'm never that big of a fan, honestly, of the Thornmail rush, though. I feel like, I mean, it gives you a faster item completion if you feel like you need to stop for Bramble, but I just feel like your dueling power is a lot lower compared to some of these other first item rushes.
Iceborne Gauntlet could be a pretty good one.
Lulosh. I like your optimism.
We'll see. Impact
sounds a little optimistic, but I appreciate it.
The question is Kled play, but I mean, he does have a 66% winner on Kled now.
There you go.
So 4-2.
Shouldn't be questioning it.
Can't question that.
Not the Varus play either, 100% win rate.
Yeah. 62% win rate when he goes down 30 CS at 15. Unlikely to happen this game.
He'd have to stop farming very quickly.
I'm going to say 500 gold down to Drake is actually just dead even. That's what I'm going to say.
Trading pretty heavily here. Dokla does not have the Eclipse completed, though. Is going to hit him with the Public Execution. In comes the Realm Warp. They might actually just be able to walk this one out, but we will see. Flash is forced, so they do get the Summoner for the roam here from Saint, but probably going to be the cost of a couple minions and maybe even a play mid lane. And Dokla definitely needs to get back to base to buy his first.
Oh, can we kill Saint here? Yes, let's go! Come on! Oh no, he kind of let his teammate get her, but maybe you see me got her just in time to die! Oh no!
Much ado about nothing at the end of it, though.
Okay, but you know what? Now we get the advantage on the Drake here.
That Bardald attack coming in from Huhi, and it's the counter engage by Armeo ends up being maybe the mistake. Very close game still, but that Nocturne ult being burned will give Saint a little bit more freedom, or even Dokla a bit more freedom to play aggressive in sidelines.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's really interesting, right? Because in a situation like that, maybe you just let the Fear Tether land and then you ult the tower and you keep chasing, right?
Yeah.
A play like that, I think, has a higher percentage chance of getting the kill. Whether or not it would have, to your point, who knows?
So that engage at least got us this Drake.
That probably would have been the correct run of play in that moment.
Because then they had to base
it is a
both of
couple
them.
Ults used here for Hambach, and hasn't really been able to get too much done, but is farming just fine. But I think Armeo is pretty happy with how things have gone.
All right, who prefers the Ocean Soul, us or them?
Gonna have his Triforce pretty soon. And it's going to be pretty difficult, I think, to deal with in these team fights.
I think so. Armeo is going to have better late game scaling. Hambach's main job in this game, since we mentioned the Nocturne just feels pretty out of place with the rest of their team.
Where are we?
I think it's just to
Why are we just letting Berserker just take 2 plates? And the game is dead even. Gold is even, turrets are even.
Just gonna die. So it's just about being close enough to his solo laners if Rise ever goes to make a play to at least turn off the lights.
Yeah.
And make LYON a little bit discombobulated.
And potentially, it is difficult for Berserker to press bolt time if Nocturnal hasn't been pressed, right? You can at least maybe make him cancel that, or maybe make him think twice about pressing it. But definitely not the easiest Nocturne game here, as they aren't the most squishy carries. Rise especially just becomes very, very difficult. And then MF, if you don't kill her quick with the BT, of course, is going to be able to heal right back up. There's the Eclipse now completed for Dokla.
The problem is Berserker.
And we just kind of continue farming. It is a lead for Berserker.
You do not want Berserker to get way ahead, because kind of like what happened in game 2. He can just take over the game.
Now, a couple hundred gold between supports.
Because I think he's probably been the best
Kind of interesting.
80 carry in the game this year.
And champion bounties have swung both games.
Charlie, what do you think? Who's been the best 80 carry in the league? Berserker, definitely, right?
No bounties for me. We're going to play it slow until the deciding team fights. No slingshotting here.
Yeah,
we're not pulling back the slingshot. We're just
Fury beat G2, that is huge.
The team that gets the lead loses. So
No, but that's my point of why the one person you don't want to get ahead is Berserker, because he is the best 80 carry in the league.
Keep it all.
So you got to kind of try and keep him neutralized.
Yeah, exactly. Got to keep it even.
Fury beat G2.
If anyone can get a significant advantage in one of these next.
Does G2 fall to our side of the
table? Of course, valuable for everyone, but whenever you have a team, with someone
bracket now,
on it,
somebody got to go on VLR and see where G2 falls.
Just becomes so tough to deal with. Yeah. And Saint did get behind off of that early gank that they made work on him, but he's just been chilling, farming it up in those side lanes, and is well above 10 CS per minute. So Saint is going to get his items in a reasonable time, even though that row was maybe a bit more delayed than he would have liked.
Absolutely. Nocturne does make it a little bit more difficult on him to play aggressive in the side lanes. This isn't the Quid Rise style currently, but it's because they haven't had massive pressure in lanes.
VLR hasn't bothered to put G2 wherever they're supposed to go.
And we're probably in just a bit of a holding pattern until this next Drake, although that's a lot of line people grouping up together.
I think
a lot of them in that area here. Looking to see, is there an angle to fight for?
Furia played 2G. I think you're right, actually. I think G2 goes to the top half of the bracket. So that's who M80 would play.
Was able to spot Huhi before getting back.
Oh wait, G2 lost. They play M80 next, don't they? Chat. Fact check me on this. Doesn't M80 play G2? I'm pretty sure that's who they play.
Especially when he gets that rank 2 of the ulti. Can be such a game changer, especially if you are over chasing. And as someone, the counter engage there from the Dragon's Ascent with fear is huge.
You can see
G2 versus M80. That's spectacular.
It's still going to happen. It's not really that big a deal. The Scuttle Crab even is the mini objective. That's worth sacrificing your role.
Did you all hear Kaplan flaming us? It was the craziest comment of all time. Where he said, oh, their players are going to learn that if they lose, they won't have jobs. Like, if you're a professional player and you lose, do you have job security? Come on. That was the craziest comment. It's like, what are we running here? This isn't a college program. This is a professional program.
Which I think they will. Then
G2 1 map 1 lost maps 2 and 3. All right, now can we use the Herald effectively? Look at Impact! There's 8 guys coming for you. They're gonna just get the turret there. He's not gonna be hard to kill at all. Wait a second. Oh, there's like 8 people here. Wait a second. Huhi, you're going to die? You showed up to watch your teammate. Just save your teammate. But you died. You know, that's probably better.
Able to help them corral that and get a kill on the enemy support.
Ooh, so clutch.
All right, we got the turret. Wait a second. Now, can you... Oh, wait. Oh, the double team. Yes. Oh, no, you got to kill him. Yes, okay. All right, at least we got the kill. If you hadn't killed him, that would have been a disaster.
To get a little bit of revenge. That ace in the hole plus the paranoia combo. Too much for Berserker to survive.
All right, we killed Berserker, which is huge. Getting the bounty off Berserker.
That kills Huhi, then Nocturne Ryzolt are exchanged.
That was wild. And the game, we're 500 gold ahead, and it's still 1 Drake to 1. But wait, Huhi's here messing around with Armeo.
Armeo should be able to
and is that flash? Yeah, Armeo had to flash out. Was worried about Rahel moving over. Dokka had impact low, but can't actually get the kill. They do get the dragon at the end of the day and back off. And
wild times.
It is always nice here, for Shyvana.
This game is as even as it can get.
You are scaling. It is not specifically tied to dragons anymore, but the more you farm, the tankier you get, and that scale mail just keeps getting more and more powerful.
Yeah, 47 stacks of the scale mail right now for 14 bonus armor and 14 bonus magic resist. Watch this play one more time.
So that's the perfect combination there, where Rahel's now, but they did the thing we never executed well last week, where you get 3 people all in the bus, and you all show up together for a fight.
Since they got the objective, they traded up 2 kills for 1, not to mention killing the bot.
So they executed their
really big because it means
rise up very well. All right.
Yeah.
This is as even as it gets.
Will very likely be seeing Lion, and maybe TL. Those are looking like the top 2 teams, but who knows who's going to be there. So you better be there at the Gas South Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. It is October 3rd and 4th.
We're not beating the best team in the league. We are dead even with the best team in the league.
Fight for us at
it is 32-3, 32-6 is basically dead even at 18 minutes.
They want really bad.
I would want them to be there as well. I would also want, and I'm being greedy here, Inspired to win Game 4 against HLE, because then we would have sent half our league. It would completely change the dynamic of Summer Split.
Oh, I thought you were
if Inspired had won Game 3 against for HLE, he wouldn't be taking a vacation right now, probably. He's still on tilt. He's like me. I need a month vacation like Inspired.
We're the 3rd best region in the world.
Coming. It's coming at Worlds.
3rd best team in the world.
Okay, we're all here. Dokla.
Lots of practice in those Game 5s.
Is our whole team here?
With the Severing Bolt, I can see the Storm Surge coming in as well for Darkwings.
Their whole team is here also, so I'm not sure exactly what's happening here.
And Hombach did not see us coming.
Okay, but can we melt? Can we wait? Oh my! Wait! Let's go! Wait! We got the only kill there.
That was some tricky stuff there.
Wait a second. He had to realm warp away. Okay. Wait, now we're gonna get the mid turret. Let's go! Boom! Okay. Okay, now whoever said we were ahead, we were officially ahead. That was good Nocturne right there.
I did wonder if who he had trolled though, because
and we now have a 2K gold lead because the Herald also got a nice hit on the bot turret.
Big group of people, it just flew through the stasis of the Bard ultimate, but they still end up winning the fight, getting the kill here. So everyone's just thinking about it. Who he lands the stunner, they think, you know, why not just fight? Hombach was 100% dead.
That was actually a great save by Huhi.
Back over to kill Armeo.
And then,
awesome
that was amazing. That was great.
Very well done. And you can see the initial
Fanoa, see, look, me and Golden Glue, we have the same reactions.
From
not
despair
great.
to apathy, not joy. Felt okay about it. And Berserker also had to cancel that bolt time earlier because Rahel came in.
Nice.
Pushing him out on the side.
All right.
And Rahel now on that Infinity Age. Plus optics, so is very strong at this point in the game, and once he gets in, potentially an LDR, whatever.
This game, we have every person on our team is ahead, but they're so barely ahead, it's not really that much an advantage. Fact check me on that, Charlie.
In this game, as long as Hombach doesn't lose his mind, because if Rahel Darkwings continue scaling, they just have so much range, and I do think it's really hard for Saint to take over this game.
Oh, they're saying we actually scale on this one?
Nocturne can kind of protect Darkwings.
I said we all have like a 500 gold lead, so it's not really that impactful. That's what I said. Since it's each guy having a 400 or 500 gold lead. But wait a second. Did we just find Armeo? But are they finding us?
I agree. You know, it is definitely tough to play against this sort of
like it's a 2K gold lead, but it's kind of not.
Its own control that they do have with the traps as well as the
unless someone just got an item purchased.
On the other time, I mean, you know, you look at Isles, he throws
but they are saying that we scale better. Okay, here we come. Here we come. Can we hit this? Can we hit this? Can we hit this?
As in comes Darkwings, roots him up, ace in the hole.
Boom! Wait a second. Let's go!
Hombach pushes back the MF.
Oh, look out! Oh, I guess we're leaving Impact for dead here? No, Hombach's like, no! I will not leave my teammate, but that might have been a big mistake, I think. What is happening, Hombach? Why did you come back? We would rather had Impact die than you. Wait, why did Impact come back to the fight? Just let Impact die. What are we doing?
Oh, so much better if the magical journey didn't expire for Hombach to take. They're going to try and rush this Drake down as well.
Darkwings, get over here. Why are you not helping us? Darkwings! All right, we convinced we got this, and Darkwings can base. It's all going to be fine. All right, I guess it is. Okay.
Not any significant scaling edge on either side. It's not like last game where you're talking about ornaments.
Gets the connection post.
So I'm going to say, Charlie, fact check me here. Shouldn't we have let Impact die instead of Hambach trying to save Impact and him dying. Wasn't it better to let Impact die here and keep him? Hambach is out right here. Hambach is gone, right? Why does Hambach come back?
It was the great escape for Impact. If Hambach had just left, he's the jump target. Does actually spell shield the Ambessa ult. Just doesn't click the portal. Everybody could.
Oh, Hambach!
Hambach ends up falling, but still a great play for Sentinels.
Would you say that was spell shield?
It was
okay, you're right.
Cool
because you're saying that late game Cassante is going to matter more than Nocturne, so you're okay with the Nocturne death since we got the Drake. Okay, I'll take it. I'll accept that. 2 Drakes to 2. We're up 2,700 gold, and then what will happen is we're going to flip Baron, they're going to steal Baron, and we're going to lose the game. That's what happened last week twice, so I'm a little terrified of this game.
At the right time.
When we're ahead, we haven't had the best track record of closing out games. Now they're about to Realm Warp. Nice, Dark Wings. Nice awareness. Nice. They just wasted their Realm Warp to accomplish absolutely nothing.
It is Sentinels pushing everywhere else on the map right now. Darkwings built that early lead thanks to the gank.
All right, here we go.
Able to keep that advantage now 1.2k up. Completes another item here. The Crypt Bloom is dumb. And
we do have 4 turrets.
Looking in towards that LDR, so he is going to be having that completed and on 3 items. His consistency.
So we should be able to get a lot of map control here.
I like the Hui build here with the recently buffed Spellslinger shoes, so just going more and more Magic Pen. That's why he goes Storm Surge. That's why he rushes the Crypt Bloom as well. But also a reminder here, the LCS Week 6 schedule. LYON trying to remain undefeated in matches here against Sentinels, and we're assuming that Inspire
all right.
will return.
Okay.
So
okay.
Also, going to be an absolute banger next week as we do have some other matchups, and we have the LCS Pros taking over the broadcast on
because
Sunday.
they have the week off.
They're going to be running the show. They have no restrictions.
Charlie is our head of competitive ops, and he actually coached P1 Esports first split.
Whoa. I'm not restricting anything. I'm just putting it out there, Big G.
Azale has imposed
I haven't said anything about the VCT team because the VCT team is still alive.
We'll see, though. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Then we regroup based on how the season finishes. Oh, he whiffed on his ult there.
Movement. Does keep himself safe. He had no summoners, so if he got caught by that, he could have been dead.
Yeah, I don't know what the teams were expecting to happen in the mid lane here. If Nocturne turns off the lights and flies in, he probably dies. If Dokla ults in, he probably dies. So it's a bit of an eye contact fight. Unless someone's trying to control space, we're not going to see much happening. I do think long term, the Hui Caitlyn.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, the Realm Warp.
The Pure Tether, that is a great trade for LYON here in this moment.
Is it?
Taking quite a bit of damage from the Severing Bolt. And that Vision plant,
all right.
The Vision needed to go in, but couldn't actually find the kill, unfortunately, there for Sentinels. And Saint now level 16, working towards that Actualizer. Will be a very big spike when you can get it.
Nice, also able to secure pretty much every single last bit of gold from those Kruggies. It is a game, though, where Sentinels has control. And
no, why did he say that?
This is another test for LYON without Inspired. Because I would say in Spring Split, these are the types of games that LYON would find ways to win. They would just find a way to get an entrance to a dragon, and they would find a way to get an amazing flank in a team fight. And it seemed like again and again they would be able to get away with it. But here, there's so much setup for Sentinels, so much poke from this way. It's really difficult to get in.
Nice,
LYON
Dark Wings.
is the best team fighting team we've seen in the LCS. We'll see if they're able to come back from it.
Yeah, and when we saw that in game 2, right? Even in this series, they were massively down in gold. They were able to come back, thanks to some great team fighting. But also, it is going to be tough in this game. If you are not first to the objective, it is very difficult. Uhi will be sent backwards through that magical journey. And that bit of poke that came over the wall from Darkwings, the Storm Surge proc and everything going through, was half of Isle's health through his W shield. Just basically instantly. So
where are we while they're getting this turret?
Now has the components for the Actualizer. Does pick
no,
up
he's not taking it.
Pushes in on
or is he going to get it?
Minion wave getting denied there. And Sentinels has no one answering up on that top side. They're group 3 right now, and they're just mid lane and bot.
We were trying to create a death brush.
Saint definitely would love to get the Actualizer before that next big fight. Might not have the
Wait a second! Wait a second! Wait a second!
The Realm Warp coming out there from Saint to rejoin the team, but a great...
Wait a second! Wait a second! Wait a second! Don't die to the whole time, Hama! Hambach. All right, Hambach, you leave. That's all that matters. Okay, okay. Their jungler is dead. We have a 4v3. It's time for the Baron.
Looks like they're going to use the time to kill Baron.
Nobody say it's over. Freak FR. You must be a Lion fan. Don't ever say it's over.
Here, so they're going to kill it, but I can also see Dokla trying to get early position on Drake.
They're going to try and, yeah, they're going to try and get soul point. Are we going to base? Yeah, they're going to get soul point. That's the trade-off here. But Impact is here. All right, Impact's on guard duty.
I think has made the call that, you know what, there's not actually...
By the way, Effects Fury, were you here for the last game? We threw a 7K gold lead in the last game.
Initially there on Armeo, and gets them...
And they threw a 6K gold lead in the first game. So, no, I'm not willing to say it's over, but we're getting this Drake. Yeah, we're getting this Drake. They're not even contesting.
To lock down Saint as well, and Lion says...
They're not contesting.
They don't have...
I always hate it when they just leave the jungler by himself, but okay.
Actualizer completed there.
I also don't like when they cut away before they last shot them to Drake. That was great layering of all that there. Boom!
Crazy amount of burst.
Yeah, and then
look at Golden Glue! Look at Golden Glue! Look at Golden Glue! Look at Golden Glue!
Berserker delayed a little bit. Golden Glue is losing his mind as usual.
Golden Glue has some of the greatest coach reactions.
Like I said,
you can feel that he is on the roller coaster.
Golden Glue reacts almost as much as I do. He has the same reactions. Like, what are we doing? Or let's go.
1.3K of that on Darkwings.
All right. Everything else is kind of even. We got to get something out of this push because we got to get ourselves some gold lead here. Nice. Melt that. Melt that turret. All right, here we go. All right, now we got a 4K gold lead. Wait a second. Are we engaging? All right, he took half of Isle's health. Wait a second. Boom.
A lot spent to get the support, but they do indeed.
Whatever. I'll take it.
Yeah, and I mean, that's so much engaged down from Lion now. No flash on Berserker's got to be really careful about where he steps up. Nocturne matching Rise is so good for Sentinels right now in order to continue this siege.
That is really, really good.
They're getting the mid turret, but we're getting the bot turret? Yes, we are. And are we going to get the inhibitor, too? Yes, we are.
Just has to back it up, and if you ever stop and channel that, you can get hit by the orbital strike.
Boom.
From way, by all of these different tools that they have to harass you. So
oh, no, we've got a 5K gold lead. I'm so nervous.
Really strong series.
Look out! We need those Baron recalls.
Thinking about trying to get a Realm Warp in, but Sentinels being very respectful, running far, far away. Sentinels looking clean.
Oh, stop giving us praise! Don't praise us.
To get tilted after what happened in game 2. They were up 9,000 gold. They had a 4,000 gold lead on Kha'Zix's jungle. Lose a couple team fights, game's over. But didn't feel like they were tilted at all going into this game. They played very stable in lanes. Only 4 deaths for them in 30 minutes.
Everybody has a 1K gold lead. I'm still trying to figure out if that's actually a 5K gold lead if everybody's only 1K ahead. Are we really? What are we doing? Are we really just going to try and kill Isles again? Ah, no! Impact! Don't die! Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second! What is happening? Can we kill anyone here? We're all dying! Not again!
Another kill here, and the bullet time is ripping out over Sentinels. It is a 1K shutdown going the way of the Rise, and Lion crushed that fight.
Ah, the caster curse comes in. Lion team fighting prevails once more. We had been talking about how it's hard for the Nocturne to be involved in these fights. If he does go in, he dies. And I think that was
why were we why did we engage here? What are we doing? Why are we engaging on Isles? What are we doing? Why did we start this fight?
Darkwings and Hell are completely occupied by Shyvana.
We're not in the right position to fight. Ah! We do this. This is our biggest mistake. This is the thing we do that we really gotta clean up. Is when we're ahead, we do not take the right fights.
1,000 gold to the Rise for that kill onto Hui.
Yeah, quietly.
Look at Golden Glue. He looks like me. He's like, oh my god, what are we doing? Why are we throwing?
thing, because at this point in the game,
now the gold is dead even. We went from a 5K gold lead to 0. Like that.
I mean, with Locke there, with the CC there, with the Bloodthirst.
Why are we taking that fight? Why are we engaging on them there?
From the Rise. If you try to fight past a Rise on 3 items with Actualizer, that's what it looks like.
He's gonna get you.
Now the Rise has a 1,300 gold lead.
Mostly it's just been poke. Saint now the most damage on his team. But the big thing here is the bounties that were pulled in.
Can we not engage on Isles again?
It's a pretty big chunk as he hooked forward onto Hombok, but it was spell shielded. And Menti took quite a bit of damage in return, but is going to be able to heal back up with the Honey Fruit.
But now, crucially, LYON is in the river, so they were able to get set up here. They want to snap engage on someone if they check the wrong spot.
Realm Warp being threatened. Armeo going to go in. He has the Dragon's Ascent.
I don't know that was... What was that about? All right, here we go. There we go. I gotta kill him. Yes! Come on, come on, come on.
And Hombok survives on the other side. He just bought some time. Well, LYON lose their jungler, and now...
Soul! Soul! Do not die. Okay, here we go.
Loses a bit of health there. As Huhi magical journeys to safety over the wall.
Yeah, Saint burned his Actualizer in that trade, so he's
look at this!
Powerful. No jungler to contest this. That's going to
all right.
Be
how long is he dead? 30 seconds. Wait, we're Hombok's not even here yet.
Turning off the lights to
that's hysterical that our jungler is alive, but we're not using our jungler to take the dragon.
Now is Ocean Soul here for Cassante, who is already tough.
Are we gonna go take Baron? Let's go take Baron. He's dead in another 10 seconds. How can we take Baron in 10 seconds? Charlie, can we take Baron in 10 seconds? I need someone to tell me. The Winions were making a big move bot. But they do have the Realm Warp, but he's not coming to the Baron. The Rise is going bot lane. Yes!
Soul Baron and then run to try and just collect
okay, we cannot throw this. They don't have the Realm Warp. I forgot they used it on the fight where they botched the Realm Warp and died. By the way, they were somehow pros have forgotten how to use the Realm Warp because he Realm Warped into us, and then we killed him. Like, thank you.
And don't even think about going in for a carry. You just need to play.
Okay, can we now accept the fact that we have Baron and Ocean Soul and play this smart?
Try to be the ones starting it off. Try to be the ones playing for the rest angle, but they had control, in the river. And Sentinels decided, you know what, we're just going to play through mid lane. LYON tried to force it with the Realm Warp plus the Dragon's Ascent. It just did not work out for them, and maybe LYON could have just ceded some mid lane control and tried to play for the Dragon.
Yeah, and Sentinels are going to have to play a little bit faster because Saint is really far up in the bot lane. And he will kill turrets quickly. So Sentinels.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we got to push and make them pay for the fact that Saint's not here. We got to push while Saint's not here. Come on, Saint's not here.
Ultimate from Nocturne.
Oh!
Berserker, he is alive for now. Barely avoids the tempered fate as Armeo is fighting under the tower here. Impact has gone.
Can we kill Armeo? Yes, we can. Thank you for not coming to the fight, Saint.
Now Saint is coming back to base. He buys the death cap, but they're in a 4v5, and their base is in trouble. Darkwings gets incredibly low. Douglas goes in.
No, the bullet time! We gotta run!
There to chase him.
What are we doing? Why are we staying?
Hombok.
Oh my goodness, what are we doing?
This is going to be 4 kills going the way of LYON as they hold the
Why didn't we base after we took?
I absolutely love this series.
Why?
As Saint is top lane, Sentinels make the play to just full send it, and it is the right play in this case because if they
initially, but then once we get
it's fine for Hombok to do this, and it buys them enough time
now
to actually just kill this turret because there's no way.
Yes, but after we killed the turret, why didn't we run? Why didn't we run? Run! Now run! Go that way!
That'll get 2 or 3 hits, but instead they say we want to end the game, and here's where the Isles hook.
How are we going to end the game?
One shots with the bullet time. Berserker, watch Berserker Rahel. They just mutually assured destruction. They just kill each other. Right there, and then Dokla in the back end of this fight can clean up, and Saint Rise, who did make it eventually, can clean up Hombok as well.
Yeah, and Saint is full build, had the death cap there, and you can see some frustration on their faces.
It's dead even in gold, but we have the soul, and we have their. Do we have? Oh, we only have 1 inhibitor. The other one respawned.
Peeling with that Dragon's Ascent, landing the fear to be able to create that space. And I think Darkwings just felt so confident because he had the zonies available, but he had no flash, and they timed it well. They had the bullet time out of there, and so that was a big kill. Stopped Sentinels in their tracks, but it is still Sentinels with the Ocean Soul. It is them with control.
And we had Ocean Soul. We had Ocean Soul. All we had to do was back up. Push mid. We had Ocean Soul. What were we doing? For those of you who are Valorant fans, if you have Ocean Soul,
Sentinels was 5,000 gold up.
when you're not in a fight, you get your health back. But if you're in a fight, you don't get your health back. Here they come. They're realm warping, but we're like, whatever. Okay.
Ah,
get with the bullet time!
Sentinels in a lot of trouble here.
Impact, you better kill somebody. Impact, you gotta kill somebody!
But it might not even matter. Hombach trying to fight, but Hombach cannot do it all by himself. Darkwings is alive for now, but they're going to chase him. Their base is low, though. He TP's out. Berserker is going to push mid. I don't think it will result in much more because LYON have to defend the base.
All right, here we go. The Winions are pushing.
I don't
The Winions are pushing.
even saw the realm warp. So by the time
How did we not
they
see the
were
realm
on top
warp?
of them is when Hombach could press the paranoia, and then with Darkwings living on the back end of that fight, it meant Berserker couldn't go mid-wave to kill the Nexus. What an engage there by LYON.
And that was insanely confident because if that goes bad, if you realm warp in and you get hit by a tempered Fey into a spiraling despair, that could just be GG, right? Like you could just be dead. That's crazy confidence.
Yeah.
Both things could happen there. If we hit him.
So let's see. This is Sentinel's vision with their wards.
They see it.
They see it.
How do we not react?
You have to press paranoia like yesterday.
Why didn't we instantly?
I'm taking result. Keep chase, keep chase.
Guys, he pushed it way too late.
I'm fine. Looks decent. Yeah, wait. Fight it out.
All right, here we go. Can we win a team fight? Because it doesn't seem like we can win a team fight.
It's fine. We killed her. Wait for end.
All right, at least Darkwing survived. All right, we go again. Elder in 20 seconds. Can we win a team fight?
And they're the ones with control of the river.
Yeah, they are controlling the river here. LYON has mid lane control, but they're not going to be pushing for the towers. They're looking to fight. Dokla taking a little bit of poke there, as is and now Isles takes a headshot, is down below half HP. And Sentinels, you do not want to be trading poke here against this Ocean Soul team. Locket has to be used there. They're going to go for the Realm Warp. Isles is going to go on a one-way trip. He's into the back line. He's looking for Rahel. On the side. Impact.
Come on, let's go! Let's go! Let's melt this kid!
Make it happen here. He's going to be all by himself. Saint on the other side trying to take out Impact. He's got to do it. He can't get him down. The Severing Bolt will be sidestepped, but it is Saint in a 1v4, and it feels like Sentinels have done it.
Feels.
Looks like they're going to be the first.
Looks like? What are we talking about? This is over! Let's go!
Going in onto that bottom tower, Saint sidestepping as much as he possibly can, but Impact is back, and he is full health, and Saint
They're dead for 40 seconds. This isn't even a thing.
Boom!
Let's go! Come on! Are you entertained?
At the end there, he was so far ahead for moments, felt like maybe they'd throw away in a series where having the big goal.
This would be like Sentinels beating NRG right now in Valorant. This is like right now where Sentinels is right now. If we beat NRG, that's what just happened.
Very big for their playoff chances here. Now Sentinels in a much more.
LYON hadn't lost a map until today. They were 3-0, hadn't lost a map. Janet. That was a great way to end the week because it was almost a tragic way to end the week with a horrible throw in game 2. But here's the thing I'll say about our team. They actually have good mental where they don't tilt and they always are capable of coming back. They're not the best at playing with a lead, but they don't tilt. But they do not tilt, and if they're behind, they always think they can come back and win.
Hey, your prediction, not too shabby. You were ready to take the ice plunge already today.
I gotta ask them.
Ice plunge.
I gotta tell them about my bet
Yeah, their results. One was great, two were bad. I think, but I don't know anything. Charlie handicapped my handicap.
I think that he played a fantastic bard. Well done.
This increases our odds for Worlds by like, it went from 25% to
or on the couch, yeah, that works too.
right, Abraham results. That took us up to 50% from 20% by winning today.
I mean, it feels good. I think especially after losing to Shopify last week, it was pretty disappointing to us. But I think beating LYON, even though they didn't have Inspired, they're undefeated. So,
but Lucid,
really good. Happy.
LYON hadn't lost a game until today. They were 3-0 in matches and 6-0 in games.
I'm happy now, and when we lost versus SR, but I said to Rahel, if we win LYON, that it doesn't matter. SR, yeah.
Yeah, I think your playoff chances are now something like 80% now or something like that. Yeah, like it definitely moved you up. I wanted to talk to Hamba because your Kazakhs game, even though you lost that game, was kind of insane. How do you recover?
It started insane.
A time where you have like a really good performance but a bad loss.
See, Rena, you weren't here for the first game of today, where we were done against the best team in the league and then rallied and won. So you never know.
When I play well in game, but we can lost. So my mental is good after loss because I'm play well in Kazakh's game. So yeah, I'm fine.
Hey.
How was the mental in game 3?
Well, we should have beat Shopify last week, so it's kind of an even up.
And then they have a couple of comeback plays. They're up in gold, but you still had the soul. So to talk to me about the mental to stay in that game and stay focused on the win.
I think we kind of knew
Lulash.
Our comp still shines in.
Yes, there is now a full-time game changer streamer.
And our mid lane was also Hui and with Xante, so like we basically had a really solid comp, like good DPS and good tank. Unlike game 2, where like we were winning really hard, and they had the opposite side where like really good AD carry with like Enchanter and tank. So even though we made mistakes, I personally felt as long as like we stay focused, we're gonna win this game no matter what. So I wasn't that worried.
All right, hey, good mentality from player of the game right there. Shout out as well. You took player of the game for game 3. Well done, Hui. That's awesome.
Do you agree? How
Hui Bard.
Would he have gotten player of the game?
Last game?
Yeah.
Come on.
Kinda.
Yeah,
kinda.
Who has it? Who would you give it to?
I think play for play, then maybe Rahel. Rahel is good third game. But who his call is make calm down in team. So yeah, I think he's MVP.
Okay, calming down the team.
Thank you.
Well done, well done. Emily, I'm going to set you up for this next one.
Yeah, this is what I was going to
Yeah, I don't know if you two are aware. We all made early predictions at the start of the summer split. Emily, what was your prediction?
My prediction was that you two would be the best jungle support duo together in the LCS.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So now, my not having to dump a bucket of ice on my head is on your shoulders.
If we're wrong on our predictions, we get ice dumped on our heads. How close do you think you are? Are you the best support jungle in the LCS?
I will say maybe we're right now. Honestly, we're kind of in the middle part. I still think that we're still trying to like iron out like some coordinations, in my opinion, because a lot of plays, especially like game 1 in the early game, I felt like we weren't connected in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as long as we can do that, I do think we can be pretty good combo because, I can use my brain and Hamba can just use his hand and then we can just kill everyone running around. So
it's like old man brain, young hands. Nice.
That's good. It's a good combo. It's a classic combo. Well, thank you so much, both of you. Congratulations on the win. That's awesome. The best support jungle duo in the LCS, according to Emily. There
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
With that being said, we're going to throw it now over to Raz, who's standing by with Dokla to hear from him.
Thank you, Dokla, for the interview. You guys came into the series undefeated, and then even with our mail, so like, talk to me about this series and what you felt went wrong.
I think game 1 we just threw, and then game 2 it was a hard comp for us, but we managed to pull a win there. And game 3, I think they just played well. We had time. I mean, we had chances to win the game, and ultimately, I think in the late game their comp was just a little bit easier to execute, and you know, we didn't really play to our comp strength. But yeah, I mean, we are playing with our Mayo, and we were undefeated, so you know, it's a pretty good situation we're in. You know, we can't expect to win every single game given the roster situation, but looking on to next couple of weeks, we should have Inspired back, and we'll be at full strength then.
Speaking to Armeo a little bit, coming in last second, I think a lot of people were really surprised that they thought the toughest opponent coming into this was going to be the FlyQuest, the first series. But you guys looked actually really incredible regardless. Can you speak to Armeo and what he kind of provided to the team in a short amount of notice?
I mean, he's just slotting in, and we're kind of steering the ship, and he's just kind of doing what we're telling him to do, as well as playing his own game. But you know, it's up to us to really carry that, how to like progress the game forward. It's on the 4 core of us, not necessarily on him. So, I mean, he just did his job. And, you know, 3-1 record given. He's a sub, and he hasn't played for 3 months league before he joined us. So, you know, we'll take it. It's not too bad.
And talk to me about Sentinels as an opponent, because I think a lot of people wonder what strength they are. I know at the beginning, and like Split 1, Split 2, people were like, they're a pretty top-tier team. Obviously, they've been struggling up until this week, but they look like a pretty formidable opponent.
Yeah, I mean, they beat us here, so I think they have, well, game 1, I mean, I think they're a decent team. I think they've shown like they have a style where they want to just play through Rahel, give them the carry, and Darkwing's on mages. And if they get that style, I think they're a solid team. But if they don't get that, then I don't know. So we'll see how these next couple weeks pan out. But I'm just looking forward to like who we play against now, and if we see them in the playoffs, then we'll see them in the playoffs.
I guess last question is, you guys, as you already mentioned, are going to be going to Mexico City in your next venture. Things to look forward to going to Mexico City. Of course, reintegrating Inspired, but also, is there anything that you guys feel like
is this out of sync
up until that point?
Well, we do have a 2-week break, especially coming back with Inspired, to really ramp up. And I don't think we're at a level we're happy with right now, and we're going to need to improve if we want to, win the split again. So just use these next 2 weeks, improve, show it on stage in Mexico City, and carry that momentum towards playoffs and Worlds.
Hell yeah. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
All right. Sending this one straight back to the lounge.
Thank you very much, Raz. Stand by there with Dokla.
We have Raz here in spirit.
Yep, Raz joining us on the desk yet again here. Yeah, it's tough to see Lion. I think it would have been the momentum, the hype would have been really exciting if they had gone into the Mexico standoff with Team Liquid
also,
undefeated.
Armeo would have had the undefeated record, right? We could have brought that up.
He would have been one of the best to ever do it in the jungle, some might say.
Honestly, like, shout out to Dokla for doing that interview afterwards. He's always really great to talk to. And shout out to Armeo for coming in and substituting when the team needed him to.
A week longer than some of us anticipated, because like in the initial post, it was like, 2 to 3 weeks, and then the global contract database was updated. It's like, Armeo's here another week. Interesting to think about. So awesome that he stepped in. He still got them 3 wins. Still puts them in a really good position. They went from 100% locked in for playoffs to like 99.5, something like that. It was
no, they're still. I think it's still like TL and then Lion as our top 2 teams. I'm really looking forward to seeing them face each other.
Top 4 teams in
City,
standings are going to Mexico City. That's awesome to see. Let's take a look at today's player of the games, though, because we have all of them tabulated. C9 with their 2-0 win. It's Vulcan and Loki. Emily, you weren't convinced on Loki for Game 2, right? Who did you vote for? Do you remember? Was it Thanatos or Vulcan?
I either voted Thanatos or Vulcan. I really love this.
Next week, our match against FlyQuest is huge.
For who kind of engineered that win, Loki was able to pop off because of.
If we beat FlyQuest next week, we can come in top 4, which gets you
what you're always weighing.
Put you in the upper bracket for playoffs.
Like someone like Loki, who is just going to be.
And then we got to just be able to close out matches like Shopify last week. That was so rough.
Setting up for him. He's a carry. Are you going to slight him for that? No.
No. It's like, do you credit the lock for doing all the damage, or the engage for setting it up in a low engage comp? Yeah. One thing I will note: C9 just esport poses. The Sentinels ones, they were giving hearts. That was good. I liked what they were giving us. A little bit more personality. Yeah, a little more. We got to talk to C9 about that. We got to get some more fun.
We play twice. We play Saturday and Sunday next week.
Okay.
We play FlyQuest and DSG.
Power players for the week here. What numbers are jumping out at you immediately, Emily?
I mean, that tactical kill that happened.
Yep.
I just want to shout out tactical overall. It's great to see him back in the league. I said that when he initially returned. And for all the kind of joking around that we've done of like, this is absolutely a 5-man
I want them to show how many of these people won their games.
Has been really great.
Like Hambach got to level 6 on the Kazakhs, I assume.
Week, which is definitely what they want. So yeah, shout out to him because I think he has stepped in and performed really, really well.
It's one of those interesting moments where, like, for Player of the Week, it feels weird to vote for somebody that didn't win an individual Player of the Game.
If we win them both next week, we will be top 4.
We had
a whole conversation about this, yeah.
Yeah, we actually had a controversy a bunch of years ago where someone...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, was...
This might have been before my time then.
Yeah, was Player of the Week but hadn't gotten a Player of the Game.
Okay,
so
well, I feel like Tactical
You're
maybe...
stepping on dangerous ground.
The aggregate of Tactical, no,
you need to learn the broadcast history.
Well, let's take a look at who the Player of the Week is then. How about that?
It is.
Drum roll. And
For Charlie.
Vulcan.
Everybody bang the desk for Charlie.
It's still hilarious to me that if he hadn't gotten that kill in the second game, he would have broken the
Sleeping Snipes, we won in a crazy crazy back and forth.
Why I voted Vulcan, because I was one of the Vulcan.
Game 1, they had a big lead and through. Game 2, we had a big lead and through. Game 3 was dead even the whole time.
Changed so much in this game, right? Yeah. And I know parts of it were super back and forth, but the fact that he is not only the shockwave delivery system, but then hits the Zenith Blade on the back half of that. I thought his setup in this game, called it out on cast, was really smart. It was so thoughtful how they approached the early CC.
Sleeping Snipes, game 3 is worth a watch. You should definitely go back and watch the YouTube VOD on the SEN League of Legends channel. Because that game 3 was a spectacularly fun game. Game 2 is tragic. Don't watch it. We make a massive throw. Game 1 and Game 3 are worth watching. Game 2, I want to delete it from the memory.
Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on. Raz, what are you doing?
Timbers!
Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm getting anti-ulted right now. Look at the standings here. 4-0 for Team Liquid.
See, FlyQuest is 1 and 3. If we win both games next week, then FlyQuest cannot catch us. So if we go 4 and 2, and even if we lost our last game, our worst case is 4 and 3. FlyQuest cannot get to 4 and 3 if we beat them.
Raz, answer that. What's going on?
He already left.
He ran away. No, he's hiding behind the giant.
Well, the 4K gold lead was late, so I'm gonna say like game 2, we had a 7K gold lead at 20 minutes. This one, the 4K gold lead was at 30 minutes, so it's not quite.
Such an important week for FlyQuest.
Right, so we play 1 o'clock Saturday next week versus FlyQuest.
Strength of schedule is really high. They went up against C9, weren't able to win. These are like must-win games.
Yeah.
For FlyQuest next week.
Exactly, because their spot in playoffs isn't even guaranteed at this point. Yes, Dignitas and DSG oftentimes are considered towards the bottom of the power rankings when you look at the aggregate, but they still got to find wins, and they've been struggling with that. You can argue strength of schedule. I'm seeing in the corner of my eye something going on behind me. But that's it for us right now. We'll be out next Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for Sentinels versus FlyQuest. We'll be rating Griffin over at Twitch.
1 o'clock next Saturday. Us versus FlyQuest, and then Sunday we play against DSG. Here you go, Sleeping Snipes. If you're still here, you get to see the end of the last game. There were like 5 big team fights in the last game. Game 2 was brutal. We had a big lead and lost 2 fights, and the game was over. Game 3 went back and forth, back and forth. He stole his penta.
Walked up to the bottom lane, kicked the door in, and won the game.
All right, here we go. Here's the fight that ends it all. This is the fight right here. I don't know what was going on with Armeo there. Where's Armeo? He never even gets into the fight. He just loses all his health and then dies. Impact! And the 1v2 kills Armeo.
LYON will take their first defeat of the season. It is Sentinels that hand it to him.
Well, if we win both games next week, that Cloud9 game doesn't mean nearly as much. Because if we're 4 and 3, we're top 4. Top 4 is all that matters. There's no difference between first, second, third, or fourth. Other than who you play, but you all start in the upper bracket. All right. What a great way to finish the weekend after the most tragic 8 days in Sentinels history. That was a spectacular win to get. All right, thank you all for hanging out. I will see you all next week. 1 o'clock Saturday versus FlyQuest.
Feel about the D second? I think it's pretty good. You spike pretty early. Honestly, I haven't tested it too much compared to like Thunder Sky, but Thunder Sky got nerfed this patch, and then usually double lethality item is pretty troll on Imbessa, jungle or in pro. So I think it is proper. You go whole take into DD. Holy LCS with the raid. I stole that shit. Thank you for the raid. Shit. Outside we lost there. Maybe the Blitz doesn't invade and hook the Buffalo 1. If I do that, I CBA, bro. You're not gonna do that. Oh my god, you're not warding my blue. I just hope this guy doesn't invade because I didn't get word. Thank you for the raid, LCS admin.
If only grandfather could see me now.
Literally could have level 1 invaded me. I would get pretty fucked.
Mark of my child.
Or challengers, bro. I swear I've seen your name before. I don't think you're first time viewer. This could be in my bot side.
I wasn't able to protect.
No.
I would have given you the world.
Maybe I could have Reddit or Raptors into my blue crown.
Not all who are chosen are worthy.
And everything's wrong.
All right. What a way to finish out the weekend. GG.